Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Just
Touchdown.
saying the word touchdown. Well, you know, I think it was obvious. Welcome into this. Don't get me started. I looked up there, Jeremy, and there's not written up there anymore.
We haven't done that for a long time.
No.
Yeah,
I know.
Our notes are right here now.
Not ever since it fell off the wall. I couldn't be bothered to replace it. That was it.
My one, that from the last time that we did DGMS at my house, which is even longer than when we had it up there, is still on the wall in my office.
It's still
like,
there.
I moved it from the living room, put it in there, and it still hasn't fallen down, so I don't know what the deal is with that. It's like super staticky and shit.
Well, welcome in to this, don't get me started, the 128th, I'm led to believe, because Will has dropped 128 bits.
I'm glad someone has...
And I fucking believe him, frankly.
Got that on track, because we do not. Yeah.
And do not adjust your Twitch. The Bedlam is in the room. The Bedlam has already started.
Hey.
And here he is. Welcome in, Bedlam himself, Ben!
Guys. Hello.
Bringing all the bedlam.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
For important context, Ben arrived about 3.5 seconds ago.
Yes.
Due to the shit traffic of the UK, which will not be a surprise to anybody that that lives here.
What happened on the road, Ben? Did you cause the pile up or what?
No, so I'm a bit of a control freak, so I quite like driving. I quite like sort of getting to my place at my time.
Right.
However, as soon as you touch a motorway, fuck knows what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that's the case with roads in general, to be
Yeah.
honest. Here, anyway.
Yeah.
Like, there's always traffic and cunts parked in the middle.
Yeah.
and dogs shitting on the road.
I just think
and
people
things.
crashing cars is just fucking selfish, to be honest.
Yes.
I think we should all stop, frankly.
Yeah.
There's no need for it. Stop crashing your cars, utter pricks.
There's always someone ahead crashing a car. Stopping me from getting to live action roleplay. Stopping Ben from getting down the motorway.
Mm.
But you're here. You made it.
I'm here.
We gave you food.
I'm feeling good. I had lovely chili.
Yep.
And,
it was good chili, to be fair.
You made a load of chili.
Not to inflate this prick's ego, but like it was a decent chili that he made.
Thanks very
decent.
much.
Mm.
This is what happens. We try. Listen, that's a whole community thing. We try and get all the food done in a big pot, and then we get on with this thing. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience.
It's a weekly occurrence for me, and I'm very, very spoilt, really.
So, you know, I don't think we did it for Mr. Harmstone when he came on.
No, it predated that.
I think
we were still jumping back and forth between my place and your place, so we were just feeding ourselves basically. And we started at 9 then.
Yeah.
So we had extra
That's right.
feeding time.
I had to provide the food. That's right. He came down one time and he made food for us. So
Oh yeah, you can do that again.
Yeah.
Ben, are you making us food?
No, but I did get you a meal deal. Just
Look
for
at
the
that.
record.
He got you a meal deal, Jez.
I asked ahead of time.
Look at this.
Man, ham and
And
cheese.
I got you that.
There you go. Listen, you can't say
Pepsi
better.
Max aficionado. And
So
I got
I will.
Alex some hot sauce.
Oh, shit
which we
me.
can go through in a bit.
This hot sauce literally says evil one on it. Do you know, I've never seen a hot sauce which is just called My Little Pony hot sauce or Pillow Fight or something tame.
Yeah.
It's always like Satan's arsehole.
Yeah.
Lick it and die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No one ever fucking... Is that your experience in hot
Yeah,
sauce?
completely, yeah.
Are you a hot sauce aficionado?
No, not really. So that's
He just
from
tortures
one
other
of
people.
my soon-to-be sponsors
Oh, really?
called Grim Reaper Foods.
Oh, shit.
And they sent me a ton of stuff that me and my editor reviewed. I think I sent you the link. And my editor, John, is not good with
Oh,
hot
yeah,
food,
yeah, you did
so
send that,
he's
yeah.
just losing his mind for 40 minutes. I'm alright with it, but there's definitely a point where hot food just becomes hot.
Yeah. I find
Yeah.
that line is not
Does
very
smell really good,
high.
though.
Yeah.
Can I have a smell of it?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
I mean, you're
Christ.
going to be tasting this, Alex.
I'll do
I'm
it.
Just throwing
Drop
it
some
out there.
bits for Jez, guys.
Oh, it smells good.
It does smell good,
It smells
doesn't it?
super fucking hot.
Yeah.
but it
You know,
smells good.
that's
Yeah.
got like a very habanero ghost chili kind of smell
Yep.
to it.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Desposito.
I have asked the CEO of Grim Reaper Foods to put some fucking Scovilles on his products because you literally just don't know what you're about to walk into.
No.
So
And people
Yeah.
love that kind of shit.
they
Like
do.
that's the first question out of people's mouths when it comes to hot things. How many Scovilles has it got?
Yeah.
And
How many Schofields has it got?
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
How many Schofields has it got? And there's this pre or post
Yeah.
pandemic. You know, is it Is it waiting in a queue to see a dead queen, or is it just fucking around?
Yeah,
and
we don't
just
know.
getting straight to the front.
Don't know.
We don't know. It's not on the bottle.
Philip Schofield was also in Joseph and his Amazing Technicolor
He
Dreamcoat.
was. Yes. I do.
So I can only
like
presume the amount of Schofields is how much color I will see when I finally touch that to my mouth.
I mean, he was also the host of the Cube.
Oh, yeah!
It could be how fucking difficult is it to solve this chili, and whether you got 9 lives remaining or not afterwards. And the answer is probably not.
So we haven't really planned out. It's been a bit crazy. Obviously, we've got Ben here, so you can ask Ben literally anything you want.
Good.
Anything.
I'm going to.
Yeah, do it.
I would like to hear the origin of the Tesco meal deal. So you've given me a Tesco meal deal because this is a thing that you do on.
Is this
on
the
your
thing you
podcast.
do, or you just really like Jeremy and you thought you want to give him a meal deal?
I've recently retired it because I did like 140 episodes of asking it, and it was usually at the end. And I think there's probably better things to ask at the end of a podcast that's an hour long. So 100% disclaimer: if anyone listens to Jack Mate's Happy Hour, that was the first question that they would ask. So
is that as far as you got with
They
that?
asked
With that
what
person's
meal deal would you
podcast?
have if
yeah.
you had a meal deal?
Absolute Bedlam is essentially just a Frankenstein of podcasts, and there's one that I listen to a lot called True Geordie, and he's quite successful, and he asks at the end, how do you want to be remembered? So I was like, I'm fucking having that. That's
What a great question.
That is a good one.
Wait, did you ask us that? Because I don't remember that.
No, that's a fairly new thing, because
Oh, I love it.
Because I would not know how to.
Let's ask you that at the end.
Yeah.
I've taken a month off, which is this month, and I need to sort of think about the questions and the structure and everything.
Stealing that.
So yeah.
What,
do
taking
it.
a month off?
Yeah.
No, I meant like asking people how they want to be remembered.
Yeah.
You can ask him how he wants to be remembered at the end, and then you can hit the button for Buck Shed Store. And it'll be brilliant.
Sounds good. Yeah,
I've already been asked Jez or Alex.
Yeah. How'd you feel?
Well, it's been
There is an established
minutes.
like kind of
yeah.
hierarchy. Some are Team Jez, some are Team Alex. You've got to pick.
We're
a
both
side.
terrible cunts, but
Okay.
you can choose, basically.
Yeah, it's the lesser of.
We don't
two
want to
cunts.
force you to choose, but you must choose now, Ben.
Okay. Alex, just because he helped me get here.
Yeah! I thought I might get it for the chili, actually, because I
That's
provide,
been-
No, just the location.
just my navigation assistance.
That's fine. It's been noted.
Welcome in literally everyone. I can see so many wonderful people here. I can see we've got Lady Sorrow. Totally lived on Asda meal deals. At
Yeah,
work
not
when
Asda
pregnant.
meal deal. This is a high
As the
quality.
meal deals are a joke.
This is a high quality.
No,
Let's get into it.
They're buy 2, get the 3rd thing free. They're not a meal deal.
Have you ever had
Not
like,
a meal deal.
one of the like basic sandwiches in the Asda meal deal? They're dry as fuck, horrible
Yeah, they are,
shit.
yeah.
Whereas this, I'm just going to put my paper back
Yeah.
on my clipboard before it flies out the window and shit. This is a submarine roll and is the moistest fucking beautiful piece of bread that you ever had. I've already had 2 of these this week because I went to One Stop yesterday and they were reduced from the weekend. So I was like, I will buy 2 of those. I could have bought 7, but I restrained.
Yeah.
I've never had an Asda meal deal
Good for you.
because they look shit.
Yeah, they are.
And at one point,
And if Asda would like to reach out to us for sponsorship, then
go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
So
every little helps. Is that them?
that's probably them. Yeah. Do you know? Oh yeah. How is Ben's audio? By the way, I just want to check because we have no way of telling. So
Check.
So just see whether he's better when he's in different places. Probably better when you're close to it. But if you find yourself lazing back,
You'll probably be fine.
yeah. Just see.
I
how
will
it
let
works.
you finish the Tesco meal deal story in a second, but
yeah.
I'm going to dip in and out as I'm prepping for an interview, but I'm watching on TV. Fuck off, Karis. Your interview's not till Friday. You got plenty of time. Watch the show, prep afterwards. She's usually asleep by now, so yeah.
Do you know? I remember when like meal deals were £3, and now something's happening.
Yeah.
Where meal deals are getting more expensive.
Yep.
And I don't like it.
That is.
Have you noticed this,
one
Ben?
of your favourite
So-
phrases? That Alex?
Well, I don't like it.
No, Cosy lives.
Oh, Cosy
That's why.
lives.
So we now live in a world where unless you have a Tesco Club card, you're fucked.
And
Yeah.
Sainsbury's are now doing a thing. They're all doing
Yes.
this thing.
Nectar,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
need the nectar. Morrison's are the same as well now.
Do you know what? Tesco's, it's your fault because up until this point, no one was doing that. And they were like, if you want your Pringles, it's £2 for some Pringles. Or £1.50 if you've got your club card. I'm
Yep.
like, son of a bitch. And
I mean,
now
why
they're ordering
wouldn't
it.
you have a club card at this stage? How long has club card been around?
I can't explain
Easily
it,
30
but I
years
think I
old.
got one and I had it on the little fob thing.
Yeah.
And I lost the fob thing and then I couldn't find the card. And I went, oh, fuck it, I'll get one later. And then I never, ever did.
You fobbed it off.
I did. I did fob it off. But it went up from at Morrison's. It went from £3 briefly to £3.50, and I think I tweeted it out going like, "People won't stand for it." And then 2 weeks later, Morrison's had burnt down in Folkestone. Coincidence?
I remember that day.
The uprising.
Right? It's happening. And when it came back again, it was back to £3, and I'm like, listen. You know, that's action. That's the public did something.
I'd love them to increase it to like £3.10, and you could just walk in there and just give them a bit of side eye. Like, put down your torch, Alex. It's fine. Have you considered a Morrison's Mall card? Then it would be £3.
A Morrison's. I mean, I haven't got them. I think I did get a Morrison's. I'm not really good at remembering to take these things. And what I want to do is put them on my phone, but I just haven't got around to it.
That's what Tamsin suggests. Yeah, get all the cards, put them all on your phone. I opened my loyalty card thing on my phone for the first time in years the other day and found things that I think have gone bust. Like I had
Electronics Boutique.
I had a B&Q card from when we had a B&Q.
Yeah,
that's gone.
Woolworths card.
Yeah,
I can't remember what the other ones are, so it's a bit of a shit analogy. But
on for some reason I haven't. What's annoying me, right, is that my Nectar card, wherever that's gone, was connected to my scan and shop or whatever like that. So if I scan and shop on my phone, it will rack up the points. But if I forget my card, they go, "Oh, if you forgot your card," I said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, no, it'll be on the app. It'll be on the Smart Shop app." It isn't on the Smart Shop app. Really annoyingly, there's no functionality.
Terrible bit of...
It's star, asterisk, then the last few numbers. And I'm like, who's nicking my fucking... who's going to nick my loyalty number?
That's one, point for Asda. Their, scan as you shop thing, you put your phone number in.
Yeah.
Which is not good for data, protection, I'm sure, but I don't give a fuck about that. I just want to not have to remember a Asda card number or some shit. I remember my phone number already. That's easy.
Not to get too conspiracy theory, but
no, please do.
Listening to everything and privacy being completely out the window, people selecting accept on TikTok and knowing that their patterns are being monitored and shit. I always think, if everyone's being monitored, does it matter?
Because everyone's monitored.
Sea of data, if I do something untoward, will I even get found out?
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to get my fucking accounts frozen up.
I see Nova's with us. Nova Charter, welcome in. Many places here you can associate your card with your mobile number.
There you go, see? Only one place has got that here, Nova, and it's probably because they're related to one of your American things. Asda is owned by Walmart, or they were. I think they might have been sold now. But
yeah.
The thing is, here's the thing, if I may, is that I never ever use or remember to use whatever vouchers I got. So the one I'm really big on using and remembering is Sainsbury's. I've got a Nectar card and I tend to remember that. And they used to send you out things and then they'd send me out something. I'm like, oh yeah, there's something. And then you look at it and go, I don't really want
put that on the side. I'll do that later.
Yeah, right. Put it on the side, do it later. I'll have 10p off toilet rolls at some point, right? Oh, thanks, Sainsbury's. Cheers. And then what happens is you forget about it and you go, oh, here's that thing. And it was expired January 2006. And you're like, fuck this shit. So the other thing I thought about, what it does do is it accrues money off vouchers at the till. So I could use, that's useful.
Yeah. The Nectar card used to be good because you could use your vouchers on eBay. But I don't think they do that anymore.
So I always forget. And when it pumps out these things like today, I went down there and it went 10% off this, 10% off that, something off herbs. And I'm like, oh. Okay, and I put them to side. I'm always wandering around here finding 5p off, I don't know, tissues from 2 months ago. So for all the cards and using them, I never use the thing that I get with them. So
you don't use the reward, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The move is at the supermarket, and I'm sure people watching can relate, is to get a bag for life, shove a shitload of bags for life in it, and then forget it every single time you go to the supermarket. So then you have to buy another one. And then you add to the pile, but the pile never leaves the house.
I use mine for washing, so they never actually get to the supermarket.
Yeah.
I'm just catching up on chat.
Yeah. Asda is owned by the Issa brothers. Oh, yeah, we made a riff on that when it actually happened.
Did we?
Yeah, Issa brothers.
Or leave them in your boot. Exactly.
Yeah, look, that's it. It's just now the world we live in is loads of people just cradling armfuls of food where they intended to go in to get some milk and now they've got 10 items. Yeah. And sometimes if I'm feeling very kind, I go and get that person a a basket. I wanted to find something else that I could. I go and give them a swift kick in the knee, and they all follow. No, I go and give them a basket because I'm like, mate, I can't. You're like this. You can't pick anything up. So your hands are like this. You have no method to do it, and then they like thankfully unburden themselves. And
I do like to sometimes go, I'm only going in for like one thing, 2 things tops. So I won't get a basket because otherwise I'll put more shit in it.
yeah,
And then I'm walking around the supermarket and I'm like balancing several
things
things
on
under
top
my
of
arm
things.
and like just trying to have a stack of things in one arm. And yeah,
The
it
worst
just
one for that is
doesn't work.
Home Bargains. That shop decides what you buy. You have no free will in that shop because stuff's like 49p, and you're like, oh, I absolutely need a candle holder.
I need some Monterey Jack
Yeah,
cheese.
That's it.
But yeah. So I mean, look, for all the cards that I could find and add to a thing and put on my phone, and I would like them. That one, I'll use it. If it's on my phone, I'll forget it otherwise. So that's useful.
I've got some cards on here that have expired, and I think have discoloured over the years. Hang on, let's have a look.
But otherwise, I'm now going to have to remember to use the fun. But I heard the club card. You can get some cool things for the club card points. Now.
Right, here we go.
Yeah.
Tesco Club card, yes. Morrison's More card, yes, that's fine. CEX card. They always ask me if I've got a CEX card, and I say no.
But you do.
But I do. What's this? Pets at Home VIP Pets Club. That's
What?
definitely expired.
You've got all the fobs, Jeremy. You bloody love a
What
fob.
the fuck is this? This is so faded, I can barely see it. And this is a Holland and Barrett loyalty card.
My God, when did
It's
you go there?
faded so much that the barcode is faded as well. Like, I might be Holland and Barrett doxing myself, but you can't see the barcode any more than I can, so what are you going to do? Yeah, and I have several keys that don't go to things anymore either, as is tradition.
Tradition. Mm-hmm. I like scanning my club card and watching the total drop. Yes, Dr. Fruitpan, welcome in.
Anyway, what was Ben saying about
Oh,
meal
yes.
deals?
What
Right.
were you saying
So,
about meal deals?
I've always found the meal deal question to be quite a good leveler and quite a good icebreaker.
Okay.
But where I'm an idiot, I asked it at the end.
So it's no
So you
longer an
couldn't follow up
icebreaker.
on it. Yeah.
The ice is long since broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you did ask when we were a guest on the Absolute Bedlam
Yeah.
podcast back in January. I feel like you did ask us that, and I think I gave you a different answer.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
The
chat
crisps,
with you.
the crisps would have been the
What did
same.
I say? Does anybody
This-
remember what I did? I say?
I think you said you hated animals.
Oh yeah.
You said you hate nature.
Yeah.
I was about to
You
say.
don't
Did I
give a
say I
shit
hate?
about-
I don't. Oh my God, I do hate nature. Now, on the weekend, Aletha's mum and granny came down, and Aletha's mum and granny, who will not be watching this, don't want to do any of the things that I want to do, which is things like going to the cinema and getting drunk and shit like that, because they don't want to do anything like that. What they want to do is walk around parks and shit. So Aletha proposed we went to a park. So I said, let's go to Kersney Abbey, because that's something people
Give the people
do.
what they want. What do you like to do? Walk around parks. Where should we go? Park?
You're right. Honestly, it's just like, oh man, it's so basic. Fucking going to Kersney Abbey like a prick.
I've never been to Kersney Abbey, and I've lived here how long now?
It's
13
just the
years.
kind of thing that everyone does. So
Yeah.
we went there. It was a lovely sunny
Everyone.
day on Sunday. Beautiful, beautiful Kersney Abbey Park. Loads of swans hanging around. It's kind of cool. And water and rivers and grass and
It does look nice.
plants
I've driven
and stuff.
through it several times.
Yeah. But it was so naturey, Ben. It was nature at its finest. Butterflies, dragonflies.
How did
Grass.
you feel at the end? Did you feel a bit more centred, or did you just hate it?
I just wanted to go home.
Just wanted to go home.
I just want to be here.
The four
On my-
walls.
where my laptop is, where my where my NFL draft is,
Yeah.
where my podcasts are,
Yeah.
where my wine is.
Yeah.
I just don't want to
Well,
be.
if you had a better piece of technology than your shitty iPhone, your podcasts could be anywhere.
They could be. Well, it would work, but I felt it was a little bit. Shut up. It would have been, but I thought it'd have been a little bit rude if I'd have just put on my headphones and just.
And that's why if you had decent headphones, you could wear them discreetly instead of the Apple pieces of shit that you've got.
How discreet do they need to be? I mean, get
Well,
really
one ear.
tiny ones.
One ear, stand on their right at all times. Job done.
I didn't want to listen to one so much. I was just like, once I was there, just
It's not true.
looking at stinging nettles, dock leaves, ash trees, horse chestnut trees, dragonflies. Oh my God. Why do people look at nature? I just don't understand it. There were geese, by the way, and the geese were really interested in us. And I was just, and they were like kind of coming up to us. I really, They
Don't know
were
if that's
desperate
what a
to be in the
goose sounds
photos,
like.
and it was actually lovely, and they were taking loads of photos. But
Well, the geese were. Those are some clever fucking geese.
yeah, they were just like this.
I can see a YouTube series emerging out of this though, called Adventuring with Alex.
Yeah,
and it's like forcing you to like nature.
you go into nature.
Yeah,
A bit like David Attenborough, but like can't suffer that bullshit. Here's some penguins. Go fuck them. I don't care. The penguins. Who gives a shit? Get over yourselves.
Not the only time that David Attenborough will be mentioned on this show
Indeed,
tonight.
right?
Bit of a preview.
Gee, and we have like PlayStations, man. Get the games that are out now. Think about the things you could do.
So many
That's
PlayStations, they've had to number them.
Right? Think of the things you can do, the places you can, the things you can, wonderful game options now. I don't give a fuck about a penguin.
That's what Dr. Zeus was writing about, wasn't it? The places you can go, the games you can play, the podcasts you can listen to.
So many. I like tech. I like fun things. I like having martinis. I don't want to go.
I mean, that is a niche that Kersney Abbey are missing out on, is cocktails.
Yeah.
Why aren't they serving cocktails at Kersney Abbey? Or at least, monk's wine or whatever.
Monk's wine, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
Well, going back to your meal deal thing,
Yes.
I don't know what I answered, but I bet you I
returning
answered.
back to it for the 6th time today.
I want to just put it to bed. I think I went for a triple chicken kind of thing. Probably, I bloody love a triple. I want a sandwich. I don't want 2 sandwiches, Ben.
You want 3?
I want 3.
do you ever feel like someone else is eating the second half of your 3rd sandwich though?
Did this come up? It seems reminiscent,
Yeah.
but no, I never even think about that. I never even think that someone. And you know what? God bless them. If that's what they got them, I hope there's somebody on a conveyor belt somewhere who eats my one half and gives me the other half, and then eats one half, and he's just like huge.
What, they eat it on the conveyor belt?
Yeah.
Just going around
Like
the
comes
factory?
along, it's like a full one,
Yeah.
and then they go schlonk with their big guillotine, and they go, oh, and then my one goes off and gets packaged.
So many spare ones.
And he
Can't
just
bear
puts
it.
and then he gets, at the end of the day, they're like, we're only making half as many. What happened to you, Bob? And Bob's like, oh. It's like, Bob, have you been eating them? I thought I was meant to. So, yes.
Well, to throw it back to you to close it out,
That's all right.
I have selected
Yeah.
as my meal deal the smoked ham and mature cheddar submarine roll with paprika max and obviously a Pepsi Max,
What a man.
which, if I do say it myself, is a top tier choice, and I will not be taking any questions at this time.
I did rate it 9 out of 10. Do you want to know mine?
I do.
So mine changes a lot, but I'm quite firm at the time of streaming. Chicken bacon lettuce sandwich,
Got lettuce in
CLB.
it, so this is the point.
Yeah. Doritos blue
Good choice.
or Knick Knacks if I'm
Knick
feeling
Knacks.
zazzy.
Mm.
I usually have a can of Monster, but that's definitely fed into my addiction of drinking a lot of energy drinks because the price.
Yeah,
The price.
you do like to get value.
You get,
Really?
because you're getting a big
Yeah,
can,
yeah,
is that what
yeah.
you're saying? You
Yeah.
get a big
Well,
value.
a can of Monsters are now like £1.80. So the whole meal deal is like £3.40 if you've got a club card.
I hadn't considered this.
£3.90 if you don't have a club card.
But that's why you need a 3 sandwich kind of thing or a submarine roll. Or the pasta. The pasta is my
Yeah,
second choice.
pasta
The
is good.
Southern
I always
fried
think
chicken
pasta looks like there's not enough pasta in there.
Oh, there is.
But
There's
there's
plenty.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
favourite meal deal? Now you have to answer the question. What's your favourite meal deal? Because we're all talking about it. So everyone's talking about it.
I've been asked what I think about dogs.
What do you think about dogs,
Dogs
Ben?
are great.
Yeah. Do you own a dog?
No, my girlfriend's mum owns a bulldog.
What's
Sorry
it
about
called?
that.
He is so happy to be alive. It's insane. He's called Bodie. I recently bought him a peanut butter flavoured bone, and now he fucking loves me. So
Sorry
I
about
usually
that too.
just go and see her mum, and the dog's
By the
there.
way, when you said go and see her mum, did sound like it's a euphemism for something.
Yeah, that did sound mental. Sorry, guys.
I'm going to
and-
see her mum. Wink.
My mum's got a cockapoo, who is the
We're not related to the dogs now.
personification
We're just
of
describing his mum.
an Energizer bunny who just doesn't stop. So yeah, but I don't have one myself,
No.
so I don't like them that much. Apparently.
No.
So without looking at the chat, Ben,
Yeah.
without looking,
Yeah.
what is the shittest Tesco meal deal that you could possibly choose?
So I had Sean Smith from the Blackout on recently, and I think he picked a pickled egg or a boiled egg. Is that
Just like
is
you
that
can
what
get
you
a you can
as
get a boiled
snack?
egg. You can get a snack as a boiled egg.
And he said it's probably the worst one you've ever had, and I said yes, it is, Sean. You fucking idiot. he likes to sort of... He's a bit of an anti-hero sort of musician type.
Oh,
He
okay.
likes to sort of dye his hair and have a mullet, and he likes to sort of take everything to the nth degree. He picked Green Innocent Smoothie as well. The Innocent Smoothies, by the way, are like £2.60 by themselves.
Is this all about getting value? Is this the point of the meal deal to find how much is the...
It's a mixture
An
of
extra value
taste
meal. I know,
and
that's
value.
McDonald's.
You want to sort of ride both of those at the same time.
Yeah.
But that's the reason I don't get knickknacks. Not because they're not top tier, but it's a normal sized packet of knickknacks, whereas everything else is like a big packet of crisps.
I think I don't normally care about that sort of thing, but I do think about it on the sandwich. If it's a big threer, as it were, a big triple,
big
and it says
tray.
like $2.95 or something like that, I'm like, well, we're on our way, aren't we? We're on our way because the crisps and the drink are going to put me out. This is amazing. What a day, you know. But
When ABP first started, I just used to get my friends on to have a chat, and one of my friends, Sam Welch, who actually came on as a co-host recently, he picked a prawn cocktail sandwich, and I nearly deleted the episode. Because that is not the correct answer.
The reason that I actually brought up the question was that Dr. Fruitbat said tuna crunch roll.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, if you're putting tuna in any meal deal, that's a massive L, I'm afraid. That's,
Yeah.
I'm beginning to question my friendship with Dr. Fruitbat.
Yeah, I mean, tuna in general. But
So I'll go
He doesn't
out on
like
a limb.
Frasier. He eats tuna.
I'll go out on a limb and say right now, if that was the only choice at that Tesco, I would drive to another Tesco.
Oh, me too.
I would just go to another
I'd
supermarket.
burn it down
I'd
like
go to
so many
Asda
Morrisons.
and get an Asda meal deal. That's how disgusted I would be with that. And their standard is a tuna.
Rock
So
bottom.
I've never had one of these meal deals. In America, in Boston, Nova,
they don't do it.
do you have a meal deal?
They don't really do sandwiches.
It's
in
a
the
sandwich, a
supermarket.
drink, and a snack.
And a snack.
For like
Crisps.
for $5. I don't know.
Chocolate as well you can get as a snack.
Yeah.
Which I don't usually do, because I just think that that's like... You get that as well as a meal deal.
If I get the pasta, I will have the 2-pack of pork pies as my snack, because then I'm really getting substantial protein.
When you said
Right.
2-pack, I wanted to make a 2-pack joke, but I literally don't know anything about 2-pack, so like that was the end of that.
Lol, he's dead. How's that?
He is dead. So how did your podcast start? What did you think one day? Do you know what? I want a podcast.
Yeah, literally. So in October 2020, I realised how fucking bored I was of COVID.
Yeah, it was
And I
lockdown.
wanted to try and sort of connect my friends back up. And then I got in contact with MC Lars, who's like a rapper from America. And he instantly emailed me back. And I thought, this is getting out of hand. So I'm going to email him back. And then I realised that he has a podcast and he had Wheatus on. And I was like, connection,
I mean,
baby.
to be fair, who hasn't had Wheatus on their podcast?
That's true.
Like Brendan, just like, yeah, I'll go on your podcast, whatever.
What a legend. I'm hopefully going to go see them at the Thekla in Bristol in October. And I might be doing some press and interviewing them in person.
Oh, really?
There you go. But yeah, to answer your question, it was usually just to connect people or to speak to people like motivational speakers and stuff like that. But then I kind of leaned into the fact that I used to be an events organizer for music.
Oh, okay.
So music and bands and artists, and I used to be a bassist myself. So I had a lot of affiliation with that world.
Right, so you used to do, you say events kind of stuff. You were just running band
Yeah.
nights or Battle of the Band things, or just like
Band
kind of...
nights, yeah, people coming into town. Weymouth Pavilion is like a sort of 1,000 capacity music venue, and I used to run like random pub gigs, and I used to book all my own band's gigs and all that sort of stuff.
So you just hire the place, get your bands in, get a PA in there,
Yeah.
sell tickets, and walk away with big piles of cash in your pocket.
Sort of. That was the idea. Like we had Skin Dread, Funeral for a Friend, Rise to Remain, Morbid Angel, who literally no one came to, which was a bit disappointing because they're like death metal legends. But yeah, the idea is you earn money, but you see like the gross profit, and then you start realizing, like most things, that actually the agent costs money, the
Right.
sound costs money, the lighting costs money, the smoke machine costs money, the rider costs money, and you're left with like 200 quid out of like $3,000. So
Yeah,
it is
everyone wants
bit
a
of
piece.
Thankless task.
So
Yeah.
you just thought, I'm going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
And you say, I don't know who MC Lars is, although Harmstone does. But like, did you find it, how did you find yourself booking guests? Did you just like email them or tweet at them or something like that and say, hey, I do this thing. Do you want to be on it? And they went, yes. Or
Yeah.
did some people go, who the fuck are you? No, go fuck yourself. Or what kind of experience was that like?
I don't think I've ever actually received an email back saying no. I usually just don't receive an email back.
Makes
but I
sense.
found Twitch to be quite a good tool because it's instant feedback.
Right.
So one of my friends, who I won't name because at this point I plug his podcast every week.
Right.
So I'm not going to name you, Matt. So
Yeah.
he runs a podcast and he spoke to the singer of Lie Art Is Murder, who are a massive Australian death metal band, and he was like, yeah, I'll come on your podcast. And you get that sense of like feeling like you're talking to someone on Twitch.
That's
Whereas
interesting.
on YouTube, you kind of have to hunt for an email address, and you have to go through someone's like Instagram account and hope that they DM you back, and that can get quite sort of demoralizing after a while.
I mean, to be fair, I think you've probably found your best guests on Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
To be
100%.
totally honest about it.
There they are.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very interesting, the idea of getting all these. Do you have Steve Vai at one point?
No, so that's actually a confession that I think I need to come clean on. I had his bassist on.
Oh, okay.
So I want to get Steve Vai on, but I had Billy Sheehan, who is the bassist of Talas, UFO,
Billy Sheen.
Steve Vai, David Lee Roth. So I tell a lot of people I had the bassist of Van Halen on.
Yeah.
And people don't know who Van Halen are.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I don't know what people want.
No.
If I said I had the singer of The Darkness on, some people would be like, who the fuck are they? This is never ending. It's kind of like being in a band.
Is it all
where-
music? Because it feels very music-y.
No, it's very YouTube centric and quite Twitch centric. But I don't want to just keep getting the same guest on over and over and over because it's diminishing returns and you run out of things to talk about.
So you like the variety of
yeah.
Because when you hear Absolute Bedlam, you don't think music. You do kind of think.
This is an
Yeah.
interesting
Whatever,
branding thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
Absolute
yeah.
Bedlam sounds like you are crazy and you're just going to fucking ask crazy shit.
Is that
and you
accurate?
have a...
Are you crazy?
Well, I drove
you have a
3.5
certificate?
hours to get here.
You
so
did?
I'd say I'm fucking nuts.
Yeah. Fair enough.
A lot of that came from the Beehive Bedlam game on Sky.
Mate, that's
So-
amazing.
Oh, is
I
that why
love
there's a
game.
B in your...
That's my branding.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
Yeah.
What's Beehive Bedlam? Is it like Candy Crush?
Oh, it was like
It's kind of
the
like
Dual Blitz.
Oh, man, they're all the same.
You've-
Keris, they're all the same. Anyone can
Yeah.
play these
you've
things.
played Beehive Bedlam. It was on the old Skyboxes.
Was it the thing that...
It goes like
Yes.
that, and then you shoot the things, and
Yeah,
it's a
so you
beehive.
connect
It's
yeah.
like
like
honeycomb
three
and
things
stuff.
and it will pop
Yeah.
and that sort of stuff.
I do
Yeah.
not know if I've actually played it, but I definitely know the game.
But what Absolute Bedlam
I
has
just popped really hard for Beehive Bedlam. Just saying.
it's enabled me to try to come up with a community, which I'm now going to call the Hive.
Nice.
And
Beautiful.
I've started a Patreon if you all want to pay me some money. I won't plug it here because that's not the place. But yeah,
These guys don't...
That's at the end of the show before I press the pfft.
No, you can definitely plug that shit at the end. We would make sure you do that.
I'll do www. and you'll end the stream. No one will know.
That's so funny. We should definitely do that.
Let's write that down.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
at the very least, I mean, whenever sometimes Harmstone sticks up the Absolute Bedlam link. I don't remember how he knows these things, but he just finds them and just puts them there. So maybe we'll find that at some point.
Thank you very much.
But that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
it does feel like it's very music centered, but then you have to keep finding
Yeah.
musical guests.
Yeah. So the trick is to find someone that's about to release something.
Right.
Because then you've got
Because they
something
really
talk
want
about
to
and
promote
That's
themselves at
interesting.
that point.
That's a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
point.
yeah. The Conan O'Brien approach,
Yeah.
or any American talk show,
Yeah.
want to promote shit.
Because I was thinking
Yeah.
of doing a little chat show thing. This is again very chat show, and I love it, by the way. But
Thought you might. Yeah.
yeah, I want to do a little chat show, and I want to do it live in Folkestone, and also not live on Twitch. That is live, obviously, but you know what I mean. I mean, in the real world, and not in the virtual world. The real world, I wanted to get like a musical artist on at the end,
Yeah.
right? So a bit like Letterman or any one of these things. We'll just have a couple of people chatting, and then we'll have the artist like chatting, and then they'll play a song, and then at the end they'll just play a gig. And
So I'm looking forward to your bass solo at
That's
the end of this
fantastic.
bit. Yeah.
Bow,
Hope you
bow,
brought your
bow, bow.
guitar.
If you've got one, I'll try and play it. But I didn't bring
do
it with
not.
me.
Not a bass.
Fortunately.
Yeah.
No, you just have to make the noises yourself and pretend. I'm afraid.
Bom, 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 bom. There you go. That's
Bum,
what you
bum,
get.
bum. There you go. Look, your thing's on the thing.
Hey!
So,
Yeah,
yes,
Instagram.
if you
Hey.
just joined us and you don't know what's going on, this is Ben from Absolute Bedlam Podcast,
That's me.
and you can go on there and follow him and listen to his podcasts.
Yeah, they're up on Spotify and YouTube. YouTube's a lot less standard because my editor has a life.
Yeah, I know
and
that feeling.
sometimes I have to chase him to the point where I question our friendship. Only joking, John. I do love you, but sometimes it takes you 5 days to upload an audio file to Google Drive.
Yeah, let's call him out. I don't know who this guy
Yeah,
is.
fuck you, John.
Get in the
Yeah.
sea, John.
Fuck.
So,
On that note, we will ask Ben many more questions and your questions
do it.
that you ask over the course. But should we move into
a
a
section.
segment? Should we do that?
Yeah. This one. This one.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, introduce it.
This is the segment we call Controversial Opinions.
Controversial opinions, we hear them every day. You think you know best, no one cares what you say.
Yeah. Nobody gives a fuck, literally.
Especially us.
Rooster is so eloquently mentioned in that.
I gave Rooster some cliff notes, and he kind of took that and his knowledge of us and was like, "No one cares what you say." I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty much our pace. You've nailed that. Good job." Yeah. Right. What is controversial opinions, Alex?
Well, we find or are given controversial opinions from the internet or from elsewhere, and then we just say them out loud, and then everyone agrees or disagrees with them. And that's basically the long and the short of it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read some out, and if anybody has any controversial opinion, and even if we could have told you to have some, but you might have some controversial opinions of your very own, and the chat might as well. But I'm going to read this. Do you have any over there?
I've got 2 over here.
You got 2. I've got 2. Oh, that's good. We got 4.
Yeah.
That'll
be some discussion.
Okay. You did say we'd mention him again.
Mm-hmm.
David Attenborough is overrated, and nothing more than a glorified voiceover artist. Discuss. I mean,
he does more than just voice the things, right?
I mean, I don't know. Does he do all
executive produces them and stuff?
Does he act? I presume he knows about nature.
Yes, I think that is what made him famous.
Yeah. And then he has a very distinctive voice.
He does. Yeah. The only thing that I dislike about Attenborough is that we're in this perpetual waiting for him to die thing. And so every time he's trending on Twitter, we're like, "Oh my God, has it happened?" And we go on there and it's no, he's just hugged a penguin or something. And yeah.
I mean,
it's like a countdown to death.
It's
depressing.
It's difficult for me to say because I'm not a big fan of, people really love
animals.
Yeah, and creatures and stuff. And is it called Blue Planet or something like that?
Yeah. It is.
And it does look pretty cool. And I'm never ever going to go to the Great Barrier Reef and swim with dolphins and coral and shit. And
I don't think dolphins are in the Great Barrier Reef. They get all cut up and shit.
I don't know. So it is sometimes interesting, but ultimately, people. I remember when it was out, and I don't think it's out now. But like when Blue Planet was out, everyone lost their fucking minds over Blue Planet. Did you see Blue Planet? There was a seahorse and shit. I'm like, come on.
Oh, Planet Earth was the other one as well. Yeah. I've tried to watch it a few times now. It's been, put on Netflix and stuff. I'm like,
he is an environmental campaigner. We need those, especially with Jez taking 4-hour showers.
It's 20-minute showers.
You've seen on toothpaste now, right? I'm going off now. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go
on
for
the
it.
back of the toothpaste, it says, "Please don't run the tap."
What?
Bitch, if I fucking pay for water, right?
Yes.
I'll fucking run water when I'm at work.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck.
What? Run your water from your house.
Just turn the tap on.
And while you're at
Leave the
work.
house. Yeah.
Turn it
Fuck
on
'em.
and flip it off. And
I haven't had a good day, right? Until I get home and my bath is overflowing with water.
Till you walk in your front door
and
it's
all this
dripping
water
through the
tumbles
ceiling.
down.
It's too much going on. You need to brush teeth for 2 minutes. You need to stop running the tap. Let me fucking sort my own teeth out.
Just want to live.
Where does it
Whose
say this
problem?
stuff?
Whose problem is it other than my teeth? It's my
So-
problem.
Is it
It
because
says it on the back.
Oh, it says on the back of a toothpaste tube,
Yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah.
run the tap.
is
Yeah,
it because
do
you
you
use
really need
milk
to-
teeth? Is that the reason? It's like treating you like a child. 'Cause
Yes.
You use child's toothpaste.
Is this a bit
Fuck.
like when you have an email at work and it says, "Did you really need to print this out?" or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you've ever seen this thing, but it happens a lot in offices.
Yeah.
Do you really need to print this out? And I always print it out. But
Just that.
are you just railing? Yeah, right. Are you just raging against the machine a little bit? It's just like,
Yeah,
don't tell
a
me,
little bit.
toothpaste. You're fucking toothpaste. I bought you. I own you.
Yeah.
Is that how you
Mr.
feel?
Colgate.
I'm not telling you.
What's
Or,
going on?
or Arm & Hammer, Pearl Drops, that sort of thing. It doesn't have to be Colgate, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look. They're inanimate objects. They can't tell you what to do.
Fuck 'em.
Nor should they.
What
Yeah.
have they done lately?
Yeah.
Oh yes, Harmstone. I have seen that, and
We got it.
Yeah, well, I can get it, but we're not in that segment.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But if you have any other confessions, submit them now, and exclamation confess.
Do you
and
know
we'll
what?
get
I'm
to
going to
that
say
later.
something here.
That is the point of this show.
God, thank God. I don't like nature. That isn't the thing. That isn't the thing.
End of sentence.
Clipped.
Thank you, and good night.
I
I really like that I set that up. I fucking love that.
the fake. Great screen guys. Yeah. But that said, I don't think David Attenborough is overrated, and I don't think he's nothing more than a glorified voiceover artist. I don't give a shit about nature, but I think he's a national treasure, and I think he's amazing. I just don't give a fuck about watching his bullshit. I know that sounds contradictory, but
It does slightly.
the thing is, I think
Thanks,
what he's doing. I think he's doing a good job, and he knows what he's doing. It isn't just glorified voiceover artist. I don't have to watch it.
Yeah, I
to
mean,
know
at the
that
end of the
he's
day,
good.
if he was not good at what he did, he wouldn't be doing it anymore. Somebody else would have usurped him, and we'd have some other cunt talking about snow leopards and shit.
Yeah. It's like there's lots of things that I don't enjoy. I can't be bothered to watch, but I can appreciate. Like I don't watch the F1, but I know that I can appreciate.
Like we don't watch Gardener's World, for example, but
Yeah.
we appreciate that flowers exist.
Yeah. So do you know what? I
Sometimes.
don't know how you guys feel. David Attenborough is overrated.
That is a controversial opinion. You are correct.
I think it's pretty controversial.
Also, whoever submitted this, you're probably a talentless hack who could never light a candle to David Attenborough, so go fuck yourself.
Mm.
Well, that felt good.
I think if he dies, and he will die eventually, as we all will. Maybe I could do. Do you know what I always wanted to do? Was a fake history documentary.
Yes.
Where when people walk like Simon Sharma.
Instead of like drunk history, it's Alex makes up history.
Yeah, I make up
non-stop.
history. So I walk around. You film me or anyone films. I'm just picking you because you're sitting right there. And I go around Canterbury Cathedral giving not true advice about it.
It'd be great if it was an actual tour as well, and you had an actual captive audience there, and you're just actually going
making up shit.
And this is the vestry of blah 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 blah. And
The
just
Black
make
Prince.
a little known fact about him: in the 12th century, he raped a baby.
Yes, I don't think I would say that unless I wanted to tap into that Book of Mormon dollar that.
Can you believe that this wall is made of packing peanuts?
Right? Something like that.
Confidence is key, isn't it? You just
Yeah.
have to make it sound real.
This is the supporting wall of the cathedral.
Donk donk.
Long story short, there was a flood a few years ago, and it's completely hollow in the middle now. We're waiting for the moment that it comes crashing down on us and hurts inside.
Any minute now.
I could do fake history, or in this case, fake nature.
I mean, you definitely have to do fake nature. You probably know a little bit of history. You know fuck all about nature.
I don't know anything about nature.
Yeah, let's go to the zoo. Sounds great.
Can't imagine it.
Alex Chattenborough. Love that.
Okay, so I really like this one.
Go on
and I don't think it's controversial. I think it's fucking gold. House guests. Unless you are under 5 or over 75, no, I will not check if anyone wants a piss before I go for a shower. If you're not already in the bathroom, then you can fucking cross your legs and wait for 15 minutes while I shower in peace. It's at least 20 minutes, but other than that, I'm with you.
So say that again. I'll just brace it rather. This is people who.
If somebody's staying at your house, unless they're under 5 or over 75, there's no fucking need to warn them that you're going to go and have a shower or a bath. They can fucking wait to go to the
Do you agree
toilet
with
until
this?
afterwards. I do.
I would just. Isn't it just courtesy? You just say it nice like a nice.
Yeah,
thing.
but the problem is I'm sick of actually giving people that warning, and then 5 minutes into my shower they're like, "Are you done yet?"
fuck that
I
shit.
gave you a warning. Go fuck yourself. And even if I didn't give you a warning,
I'm done when
go
I'm
fuck
out.
yourself.
I'm done when I'm out.
You'll
the shower
know when
wearing
I'm
a
done.
towel.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
You love a shower, don't you, Jez?
I do love a shower. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Yes, much to the chagrin of many members of the chat, because I like to,
Just don't have house
a
guests.
recreational shower, not just for cleanliness. Just go and hang out in the shower, get deep in my thoughts, watch something on YouTube, learn how to make something. Or, yeah, like maybe watch, a film from the 1920s. They're not that long, about an hour or so. Yeah, wonderful stuff.
Not a problem for Alex with his 50 bathrooms.
Just don't have house guests.
That's the answer.
That is probably the other option.
Referencing fake history, basically Philomena Kunk Now, I think, I don't watch Philomena Kunk because I think she's terrible. But
it's a shit name. I don't know anything about this person other than
God, I
that
think
name,
she's the
but
worst.
That's a pretty awful name.
Duncan thinks she's great, but I think she's just cringe, and I can't stand her. But I think I know very little about her, but I think I know enough to know that, that's kind of what she's done. I don't know if she does it.
Hello, Duncan.
Here he goes. That's unbelievable. What timing?
I've sat here in silence until now, but I won't stand this any further.
It comes
you
in
are
every
wrong
week.
about
He
Kunk.
waits for me. She's the fucking pits. She's the worst. Her voice is irritating. Her take on things is... You know when Ali G would say something stupid to, like, the guy...
You mean open his mouth? Yes.
Yeah, right. So he'd have someone there and he'd go, so what is it like this, blah, 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 and say some shit. And they'd be like, well, no, actually, blah, 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 blah. And, like, he'd be intentionally stupid about it. And it kind of worked. Philomena Kunk does the same thing, but because she's... it just doesn't work at all. No part of Philomena Kunk works. None of it is funny. Everything is shit. She is just... I've never felt so strongly about... By the way, I flip through TikTok a lot, and it'll come up, and she's like, so, what's going on with this? Because I thought that Shakespeare... And I'm just like, fucking thumb it. No, fuck off. Shut up, shut up, shut up. She's always turns up in my TikTok. And she's like, so... And the historian goes, well, no, I mean, that's not why that was. She's like, but what's going on? Because if Jesus was alive... And I'm, shut up! So, fuck her. No, you're all wrong. You're all wrong. It's terrible stuff.
Controversial opinion.
Yeah. Kunk is a cunt.
Jump on which either side of this you like. Philomena Kunk is a national treasure / cunt.
I
Pick
mean,
one.
got quite angry there.
Do you want mine? Controversial opinion?
I
Do it.
certainly fucking do.
Yeah. A personal controversial opinion. Love it.
No one likes sparkling water. You're just after attention.
No one likes sparkling water. So in a situation like a restaurant, and someone comes out and says, would you like some water? And most people say, I'll have some tap water because I just want normal water.
Because
You
you
think
pay
when-
for it.
Because it's free.
It's free. But do you think if someone says, if I were at a restaurant with you and I said, oh, some sparkling water, please, would you think, what the fuck, man?
I think someone's got to drink it, but it won't be me.
I don't get the point of
It
it.
is pointless.
Yeah.
What is fizzy water about?
It tastes fucking awful.
And why
doesn't
wouldn't you
taste
just
good.
get something with flavour? Like, if you're going to get something fizzy, why don't you actually get like a proper
Pepsi.
carbonated soft drink? Yeah.
That would make me... If I drank that, I'd be like, yeah, there's no flavour in this,
There's
mate.
no Pepsi in this fizz.
You know, soda water is very similar, I think. Soda water seems like
Yeah.
just like a
Yeah, it's
fizzy,
the same shit,
fizzy
basically.
nothing.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah.
remember Soda Streams?
Oh, yeah!
Yes.
And then getting
The
one and
factory used to be here.
realising that they are shit.
We had them for years. Not
Yeah.
like loads, but I remember having one and
Yeah.
using it for years. I think
Yeah.
as a kid I was all right with it.
I like to think that I killed SodaStream because the factory here, the Silver Springs factory, closed down like the week before I moved to the town.
Nice.
See.
Wow, you two are massively influencing the local area. You're getting Morrison's burnt down. You're
it's true.
closing down Soda
Silver
Stream.
Yeah.
Fucking
We did
hell.
everything. We've done. There's nothing we can't do.
It's true.
Oh,
Except for putting IKEA in its place. That still hasn't happened all this time later.
Ali's here. Ali Lawler, welcome in.
Ali. Hello. Just said hello to me, so I don't know why you're saying hello.
Oh, just because I'm a nice person.
Yeah, well, citation needed.
This is Ben from Absolute Bedlam podcast.
Hi, guys.
In case anyone like Ali, who's just popped on, needs to know. And
I think he's just not saying hello to you. He might say hello to Ben. So yeah, it's good that we've name checked Ben there.
poll confirmed. What it says? The poll says Philomena Kunk is a kunk. I don't know what the other option was.
Probably not a kunk.
Not a kunk.
I didn't check what the other option is. Yes. Yeah.
Sparkling water is bitter and nasty. Yak. I agree, and we don't often agree on food and drink. Me and Tamsin. We agree, I think, on alcohol largely, which is the only place I really care to agree.
Well, I still need to give Tamsin some alcohol. I had to sort out of my alcohol cupboard and found in there a bottle of Jim Beam Peach.
Oh.
I don't like peach. Jim Beam would be fine, but don't like peach. So I said Tamsin could have it, and then forgot to give it to her. So there you go. But yes, to go back to your opinion, Ben, it seems to be fairly ratified, and therefore maybe not that controversial. Maybe just an opinion.
Maybe, listen, I don't know what the point of it is at all. I don't understand sparkling water.
No.
Or its place in the world.
Other than to make better drinks, possibly.
It's just, I can't remember where I was, but I think I might have thought it was regular water. Like, you go to a conference or a convention or some sort of work-based thing, and they put it all out, and I'm like, oh, I need some water. Bloody hell, blah, blah.
It's like, is this sparkling water, or has it just been left in the jug for a very long time, and all the bubbles have risen?
You're talking to someone, and you're like, yeah, no, that was interesting talk, and you pull this thing out, and then you drink it, and you're like, fuck is this fizzy shit?
Like when you go to a wedding and you think, oh, this is obviously a sausage roll, and it's a cheese and onion roll.
Right.
The disappointment is so intense.
For years, and not so much now, chicken nuggets would look like chicken nuggets, and then occasionally there'd be like a fish nugget. And I can't explain it, but especially in the 80s, there'd be like a fish nugget, and I'd be like going around this buffet thinking, I'm wise to this now. Is this going to be chicken? And I get my brother, I'm like, Matthew, can you just eat one of those? And he's like, it's fish. And I'm like, thank you very much. Vol au vents, I don't understand either, because there's always some minced up stuff in it, and I'm like, what's that going to be?
You're right, I don't even know what vol au vent is. I thought that was the villain in Harry Potter.
Vol au vent.
Voldemort.
I don't know, it's all turf shit. Anyway, next.
Is it mine or is it yours? It doesn't matter.
I mean, you can go, it doesn't matter. I know that people are gonna like that one.
This one?
This one.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that.
They might like that one as well, I don't know. It's
a bread roll.
It's a bread roll!
Not a balm, or a bread cake, or a bap. Oh my god, this is one of these geographical differences things.
Yeah, this was written in direct conflict to Harmstone's very being, I think.
Because, I mean, I've had a roll. I don't really call it a bread roll, that's its formal title. I just call it a roll, right? Just do you want a roll?
It's a fucking cob!
I think
it's a fucking cob.
There's definitely a list of, like, where you are in the world or where you are in the UK and what people refer to as a roll. But the fact that the roll is the thing that everyone knows to come back to.
Yeah. Like
that's it, yeah.
For example, if I were to go any place in this entire country and I asked for a roll, 9 times out of 10 I'd get what I wanted.
Yeah.
If I went to a random place in this country and asked for a balm, they would probably give me some kind of topical cream. And I can't eat that. Or I can, but only once.
A balm!
And then I die.
Spread this balm!
on your rash. And the sexual disease will just go away.
A balm sounds like something that someone in Northern Ireland might say. And I don't think you want to get that confused with a bread roll. Like, we're all from the South. So we would all say bread rolls. We would say rolls.
We're all rational, normal people.
It's outrageous.
So we would say bread roll.
If someone is
what is it? Bread. And what form does it take? A roll.
And if you're calling it a bread cake...
Who calls it a bread cake?
That feels like something that was a joke.
I mean, bread...
And it's just continued throughout the years and become
bread
a thing.
cake is American bread after they put sugar in it.
American bread.
Tastes sweet.
Even I would say, I understand the bap. If someone says like...
Bap is fine,
I'm surprised butty isn't on here. Butty. It's like a chip butty.
That's the only acceptable use of butty, though, is if it's got chip in front of it.
A bar. It's a dangerous animal.
I wonder if the top bin cunts outside have got an opinion on this.
Might
go ask.
I'm going to just
take the microphone.
Yeah, I'm OnlyFans right now, mate. So one of them is mooning me. This is going to cost £5. Fucking hell. Some lads.
Good lord.
Whee, top bin. I don't know how much of that you heard.
There was 5 young lads all walking along the street, and they just shouted OnlyFans at us. And then one of them flashed me.
I need to get my business
and now
cards.
Mooned me.
And now 2 people across the street have opened their windows and looking out to see what the fuck is going on.
What a lovely place you live.
Do you know what? This road has gone to the dogs. Mainly because the person across the road is looking at me. I'm going to wave at her. Oh, she's gone away now. So you were looking at me.
Art attack where you're like...
I mean, at least she had clothes on.
Yeah, she doesn't always.
No. I noticed that on the 24-hour stream.
Oh my god.
Just looked over there and casually there she was, not wearing clothes. Anyway.
That's the problem with doing a summer broadcast with lights on.
Yeah, and having someone that can't do heat at all.
I'm sure
turning into a tomato.
Those lads
the window open.
Must have been pretty unimpressed that it's just like some beardy guy just stands
up. They probably looked up, saw the lights, were like, hey, wonder what we can see here.
Yeah.
And then you look, Hello.
Joke's on you, I'm in the top 0.1%, motherfucker.
I guarantee we've got more followers on TikTok than any motherfucker that they know.
Yeah,
Just
I
saying.
agree.
Right. Speaking of things going to the dogs,
Mm.
here is a dog-related controversial opinion. Could go either way. People that take their dogs jogging are selfish. Just because you like jogging doesn't mean your dog does. They like to stop to smell piss and sniff other dogs' asses. They deserve their own time. Discuss.
Thank you.
Well, listen, my boss has a dog and takes the dog running with her, and she's never going to watch this. I'm definitely not going to go in. I'm definitely not going to suggest that what she does is the wrong idea. But it does surprise me. They can't ask her. Dogs like to run around, though, right? But they might also want to stop every now and again. I mean, I don't know. I think
dogging is not consent. Is that the phrase? Joggers are assholes.
People
we're asking you to be a bit more specific
that
here,
is
folks.
true.
Yeah,
that is true. The joggers, people who are jogging are wankers. So therefore, it doesn't matter who they take with them. They're dragging down.
So I occasionally jog, right? And I am
do
a
as well.
wanker, for the record. That's fine, yeah. I think people go with their dogs because it might be the only opportunity they get. But down in Weymouth, which is where I'm from, there is a trail called the Rodwell Trail, and it will basically take you from town to like the end of the
to
world.
the well where Rod is housed.
And it is a fucking nightmare to jog across that. But it's also like a long stretch of straight path. And you have to like negotiate a path, and there's people with like prams that are like 3 babies big. And it's just fucking chaos. But I think that's the reason why people jog with their dog. But I don't think the dog enjoys it.
See, when I go jogging, and it's come up on this show before, when I go down on the seafront jogging, my biggest problem is that there are loads of fucking people with dogs in the fucking way.
Yes.
And they've pissed everywhere, and they've shit everywhere, and fuck dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, hello Mojo. Lovely neighbours. Yes, well, hopefully they're never going to be seen again. But, you know, we might. Who knows?
Might need to fix that door.
Yeah. We came back after the nature trail at Curzon Abbey, which, as I've already suggested, is terrible and awful. We came back here, and the front gate got broken, and I had to go and get Margaret to go and fix it. But until such a point as she could, we had to come in the other gate to the west wing, as it were, of Borton Towers. And down at the very bottom of Borton Towers
was President Bartlett doing a workout
with
his dog.
Yeah. Was one of my neighbours /
That was a West Wing joke.
One of my neighbours / servants was down there, and they have a dog, and the dog just runs around like a crazy
I fucking hate
dog.
that dog. I see that dog on my way in every day,
and
every week.
And that dog, when we came back, and it was me and Aletha and her mum and her granny, and her granny's really frail and is an old lady. She's a granny, right? I don't know how much more I can make this clear. And like, it's not like her mum's like super young, and they're all standing at the side because we have to kind of come round. And I love my neighbours; they're great. But one of them was sunning themselves horizontally. One of them was just standing there having a conversation with me. And clearly, the granny is a little bit worried because this dog that's like a big Dalmatian.
It's like
thing,
a Dalmatian little thing.
it's just really.
I say little. It's fucking huge.
It's going to jump up. You can understand the trepidation
It
that
is an
old lady might have.
Jumpy, excited motherfucker. Yeah.
And she's trying to slowly negotiate her way around. And the dog's like wants to get up in her grill. And then my neighbours ineffectually kind of said, "Oh, come back to the dog," not the granny, but like,
come back. Let the dog maul you. Come on.
And the guy on this,
come maul.
The guy on his whatchamacallit, his lounger, just ineffectively kind of looked up. Was like, "Now look, stop that!" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's gonna help. That's gonna help." And we had to try and corral the dog for like 10 minutes, trying to get them to the other side of this thing. And at no point did they go like the dog. They just kept calling the dog, helping the dog, telling the dog off, reprimanding the dog, offering the dog a treat. It didn't matter what they did.
No, my weekly routine coming in here at the moment is the gate is shut. I walk into the gate. The dog is fucking razzing around the grass doing laps. At which point I open the gate. It comes and like tries to bounce up near me. The owner says like, "Come here, insert dog's name." It doesn't listen.
What a weird name.
And then she says,
To be continued.
"Good boy." I'm like, he hasn't done anything. Why the fuck are you giving it praise?
Yeah,
no wonder
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a little shitbag. You
Terrible.
give it praise when it literally does nothing that you've commanded.
It wasn't good.
There's a lot of hated here for joggers.
That's because they know that I house all of the hate for dogs, so they've got to balance it out with the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Dalmatians were bred to be stupid enough to run into fires, to run into the arms of Corella de Vil and be turned into coats. All Dalmatians want to be coats, really, deep down. Bred for bar work.
So what was your one that you said that cunts are people?
People who take their dog jogging are selfish. Just because you like dogging.
Just because you like dogging
doesn't mean your dog does.
It was bound to happen.
Just because you like jogging doesn't mean your dog does.
Is the point of taking a dog into the woods, is that meant to be a cover-up? Is that the point of dogging? If I understand it right. You want to go to the woods to have sex, but you take your dog with you to like pretend that you were walking the dog. Is that the point of dogging? If I pushed it,
I don't know why it's called dogging.
it's just like so that if the police catch you wandering around the woods at night, you can be like, I was walking my dog.
I mean, in my,
Is that the reason?
limited knowledge of dogging, I'm not sure there are any actual dogs involved. I think it's mostly cars and...
I
Yeah, I
think
mean, I
it's
don't know.
the animalistic nature of watching other people, like what a dog
Is it
would
because
do.
most dogging is
Yeah.
just a woman sticking their ass through the car window and then they're being fucked doggy style through the window? Is that it? Or, leaning against a car? Is it about the doggy style aspect of it?
I've got
Harmstone.
nothing.
hang on.
Does anybody know?
I can find the answer. Someone out there will have the answer in
yeah.
moments. Here we go.
Yeah.
Alexa, what is the etymology of dogging?
Acting all
someone will be
innocent
told.
like they have no idea. I've never dogged in my life.
Someone will
same.
have just been given the answer in their living room,
Yes.
and they can pass it on to us.
Maybe those lads, when they come back, will tell us all about it.
Alexa, I don't know about that
I
one
found 137 articles.
related to dogging.
Yes.
I've sent them to your phone.
Jez! I have found something about dogging.
Just to make sure that I'm being inclusive. Hey Google, list 37 articles about dogging.
What does Siri know about dogging? Hey Siri, what's the etymology of dogging?
Okay, I found this on the web for what's the etymology of dogging. Check it out.
I will check it out. I don't think that's going to... One who dogs or harasses.
Dogging? What the
There you go.
fuck?
Mojo's got the answer. Thank you very much. Dogging is a British English slang term for engaging in sexual acts in a public or semi-public place, or watching others doing so. There may be more than two participants. Both group sex and gangbanging can be included. An observation is encouraged. Voyeurism and exhibitionism are closely associated with dogging. That doesn't explain where the word come from.
No.
Guess we'll never know. That's unfortunate. But yeah, to go back to this controversial opinion, I think you kind of countered your own argument with, they like to stop to smell piss and sniff other dogs' arses. So any creature whose preference is to do that, I don't give a fuck whether they like jogging or not. They can get some fucking exercise while they sniff piss and arses. That's my take on that.
That was controversial opinions.
Yes, it was.
Yes. And I was going to invite them to say some controversial opinions, but I sense we've come to the end of controversial opinions.
I think we
I
have.
finally
reached
want to
the
rip
end
this piece of paper up because we've been sitting on this thing for a bit.
Yeah. I love how Jez started that with Harmstone will find out, and then realised that no, Harmstone will not. No, I assume you.
Why would
You
Harmstone
still-
not find it? Does
Yeah.
he not want to put it in Google? Does he worry that then Google will think he likes dogging?
Use incognito mode, you fucking amateur.
Yeah. That's literally what incognito
That's what
mode
it's
is
for.
there for.
So you can look up what dogging is and shit.
I think I might have said at one point there was an advert for incognito mode where it's like somebody's looking up a place wants to get their
Oh yeah,
Their
it's like a
fiance a wedding ring, their
yeah.
girlfriend their engagement ring. And they don't want them to find it, so they go on in incognito mode to find the ring.
yeah. No one has ever done that.
No one
That's
has
not
ever
what
done that.
incognito mode is for.
Now, where's the thing? Because I want to answer a question.
Okay.
Is this the person? How do I
It's
get
over
it?
there.
I've lost it entirely.
Oh, it's because it's gone to sleep. Hold on.
Is this the?
There you go.
All right, cool. Is this the person that you think is not
Don't know where you put the mouse now. There it is.
Anna Torv?
Is this not Anna Torv?
Is this? Now, if people don't know this,
No, there.
we are.
Jesus Christ, look at the fucking state.
Jez knows there's an actress called Anna Torv, but confuses that person with a different actor. So we're in a pursuit to find out who is the person that Jez thinks is not Anna Torv. Is this not Anna Torv?
I'm struggling to place this person. I feel like I've...
This person looks like they're on the run.
Yeah.
Was this taken today?
Maybe it was that dogging documentary I watched the other day.
That makes
Maybe
sense.
that's right.
This person is in a car looking out the window, presumably at a sex act. Either that or this person is looking out on the A3 going like, fucking hell. But you telling me this is not Anna Torv?
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, Alex. It's a good attempt, but this is not Anna Torv. It's not Anna Torv.
Well.
It's unfortunate.
Prime Watch called. It does look like a woman.
Definitely.
Oh, dear.
It's the reverse NASA shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right, I'm going to make an executive decision and say that we're going to go here. You can't see. I'm just going to press a button.
Go on.
Let's go into the segment that we like to call Get in the Sea.
Yes.
Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you'd love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
Before we get into this, just going to catch up with what Tamsin said.
Talk about finding the real answer and it being fucking disappointing.
According to The Guardian, the term dogging dates from the early 70s when it was used to describe men who spied on couples having sex outdoors. These men would dog the couple's every move in an effort to watch them.
What does that even mean, though?
I mean, to dog someone's every move is to kind of keep with them and stick with them.
Sniff their ass.
Yeah, to stick to them like glue, to be doggedly in pursuit of them. It's still bollocks. I think my reason is much better.
I think my reason was much better. I literally think any reason is better than the real reason.
I concur.
Yeah.
This segment is Get in the Sea, where, the land is full of bullshit and we tend to throw it into the sea, things that we don't like.
Before we get started on the sea, I would like to note what a sunny day it has been.
Yes.
And if we're going to be by the seaside, to put some things in the sea,
yes,
perhaps there might be some accompaniment that we could enjoy and partake in while we're putting things in the sea.
I do like to be beside the seaside, and there's nothing more enjoyable, having had some food all together, than a lovely ice cream.
Oh,
I'm going to go and get this. Only the very best.
I was trying to be tenuous in a obvious way, which is a very fine line to kind of straddle.
That was a good segue. 10 out of 10. It's going to be beans, isn't it?
Just switching off the slow cooker.
There are no promises, Armstone. On this podcast, literally anything can be baked beans. It's true. Yeah. Here he comes. Almost left his freezer open.
Yeah.
Caramel.
Mate.
Well, there's 4 and then I'm going to put it back again. So there you go.
I once
There you go.
complained to Mondelez, who make Cadbury stuff,
Thank you.
because they gave me 5 mini eggs in a pack of mini eggs, and they gave me a £15 voucher.
How many mini eggs are supposed to be in a bag of mini eggs?
Not 5,
Like, so you're saying...
like 20.
Okay, you were disappointed with the lack of mini eggs.
I'm
then.
used to disappointment with Walkers having half a bag of crisps.
I'm
But-
used to disappointing with a walker on every week.
Yeah.
That's a good joke. And it only works if you know our actual names.
This is a Cara milk, everybody.
Mate.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
So, Harmstone is expecting beans. We're waiting for it. Hello, Chapel Bailey. Welcome. Thank you very much for the sub. Much
Welcome in.
appreciated. Good to see you. Right, so yes, we're putting things in the sea. We've got our guest on for anyone just joining. This is Ben from Absolute Bedlam podcast. And Ben has come armed
Armed to the teeth.
with several suggestions. They can only be suggestions. We will discuss them and decide whether they are sea-worthy of what to put in the sea. And if you have anything to put in the sea, use the channel point specifically for that. And if we have anything to put in the sea, we'll bullishly put it in before you get a chance to say no.
Okay.
What have you got, Ben?
So these are controversial. If anyone has any objections to this, either put it in the chat or DM me on Instagram and I will reply to you. When people don't indicate their cars when they're driving,
One thing at a time. One at a time.
but somehow they think that you know where they're going to go.
Now, I think this might be in the C already.
Yeah, I would be
We do
very
have our
surprised if it wasn't.
secretary, who will check the spreadsheet. I've got a paper version here, but I'm also eating a caramel, so Harmstone can do the work. But I think people who don't indicate is probably in the C.
People who indicate to go around stationary objects on the road.
That's very specific, not what we've got here.
I-
This is basically people who don't use their indicators.
Yeah.
I can't see how we haven't put that in the C before.
Normally a roundabout, and I think I put that in the C at one point because you'll be waiting at a roundabout and you're waiting to see if someone is and like, oh, they're going to keep going round, and then they just go off and you could have gone and stuff like that. And that's the one that annoys me the most.
Well,
Do you want another one?
Well,
hold on.
We're
Let's
going to
just
put it in the C.
ratify this one. I don't think
I'll go all day.
Can't see any other indicating themes on. People who don't use their indicators properly.
he's controlled F and he's written indic in the spreadsheet and nothing else has come up. So, okay, well, there you go.
People who can't use roundabouts, people who can't, but no one has, but people who can't use indicators. So maybe we should put in people who can't use indicators, which will supersede that people who indicate to go around stationary objects, because it kind of includes that, right?
Yeah, I guess
People
so.
who can't use indicators.
I mean, we've got to be very specific about some of these things. And I think this is a good example. So, people who can't use indicators or don't in the fucking C.
Sploosh.
Next!
People that just walk into the road.
Jaywalkers are definitely in the C.
Someone walked into the road in front of me just the other day. Just like was really kind of coming for me, like really close. It was really weird.
Harmson will confirm. Oh, this is a fucking good ice cream.
It's so good. Yeah. Do you want another one?
There you go. Pedestrians and jaywalkers.
Yeah. Episode 73.
Not me. You understand?
When people check themselves into hospital on Facebook.
What? It sounds amazing. When
Yeah.
people check themselves into hospital on Facebook.
You know how you can report that where you are? It's like,
Yeah, you can check
Alex
yourself
is at
in.
Costa Coffee. But like, it's like,
It's fucking mental.
instead, it's like, Sharon is at
The
St.
William
Mary's
Harvey.
A&E.
Margaret is at QEQM.
I'd say, other than changing your relationship status on Facebook, that's probably the most interaction you'll ever get. And one of my friends did it once as a joke and didn't reply to any comments because everyone puts, "Hope you're okay. What's up? Oh my god, you need a lift." Blah blah blah. So he kind of faked his own death because most people are like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Why are you putting it up then?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Strange.
Yeah, I think there is something similar in the C. I can't remember specifically what it is. That like people seeking attention on social media or something.
Yeah, that's
Has
never-
been,
That's certainly like that. People who check in, like, so they go to, like, I'll check in at somewhere and then take a selfie of where I'm on. Like, we go to the Lion King or whatever the fuck, and then you take a picture of it. And it's all fun. You go, like, I'm at the Lion King, and that's fun, right? That's a check in that is something fun. It goes, oh, that's have fun, blah blah blah. Checking in at a hospital?
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Dark.
I mean, you haven't got time to check in from a hospital. You're too busy checking in from the Bird City.
That's true. Bloody love the birds.
One more?
1 second. People who do guilt trippy shit on social media. Yeah, I mean, that's not quite specific enough. So I think, people who check themselves into hospital on Facebook, mate, that's definitely C-worthy.
Put it in the C.
Sapaloosh.
Okay, one more.
Go
As
for
many
it.
as you've got.
I've got three more.
Okay, let's have the next
So
one.
this is kind of based on the jogging thing earlier, completely by accident.
Mhm.
People that run with no shirt. If I ran without a shirt, I would get arrested. But these fucking people that are chiseled, they just casually fucking drop
See,
an
here's
Iron
the
Man
thing.
on Saturday.
Right now,
Yeah.
I am not going to be running without a top on. But if I had a body that warranted that, you can bet your bottom dollar that I would be whipping my top off and running gallantly down the seafront, tripping over dogs and slipping on their piss. But I'd look fucking good doing it.
People who are anywhere with no shirt. That's how I feel about this. I don't think there's a need to have no shirt. I mean, I
Yeah.
guess if you're at the beach and you're sunning yourself, I kind of somehow feel that might be okay because you've gone down to the beach, you're trying to get a tan. But if you're walking around like the Harbour Arm with your shirt off, what the fuck is the
Here
point?
you go. People who go into shops not fully clothed at seaside, episode 44. Men who walk around topless in the summer, 82. Okay. Here's the thing.
What if you're in the
I
sea?
think
That's fine. Do it
if
in the
you
sea.
are an Adonis or female, you should be allowed to take your top off wherever you like.
You can't say that. You're essentially saying if you have a certain body type, or you're a woman. I'm just saying.
I mean, I am being an outrageous dickhead. But,
There you go.
But
Someone's going to cancel you, Jez.
probably. Still have lasted longer than Firefly, though, wouldn't I? So
Take my love, take my land.
Some more? Or are we getting that in the sea?
I think it's covered by what we've
Is it
got.
already in there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. When people put Facebook statuses like, oh, for fuck's sake, I can't believe this has happened, and then you comment on it as an individual saying, what's up? And they reply saying, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. This is episode 88. People who do guilt-trippy shit on social media. Yeah. Vague booking, as Harmstone calls it.
Very
yeah.
good, very good.
Yeah. I just can't take it anymore. And then
Not
you get
again.
the, you okay, hun?
Yep. Yep.
Like, DM me.
Another one.
Mm-hmm.
People that have very little commitment to literally anything in their entire life, as soon as they sense any sort of conflict when planning anything, they instantly flake out on you.
This sounds like something's happened. It's very specific.
It's just I'm a planner, as we've discussed quite extensively, and I always tend to plan like nights out, meeting up, and a lot of my friends are now old as fuck because I'm 33, which is old.
It's not.
And fair enough. And these people have kids, they have dogs, they have commitments. But I'll put a date in the diary of like 7th of July, and it will be
That date's
good.
already in the diary, by
It'll
the way.
be good. That's true, actually.
Yeah, I have
thank
it.
you. You have it. And
We've all got it.
It will get to like the 5th of July, and they'll be like, actually, I can't do that anymore.
People love to cancel plans,
They do.
though, Ben.
But
They shouldn't. I am in agreement with you.
yeah.
I mean, we know how long in advance you like to book things.
Yes.
Because when you asked us to be on
Yes.
your podcast, I got the calendar out and was like, right, so when are you thinking? And he was like, how about next January? I'm like, I don't have a calendar for that, so I'm pretty sure that date is going to be fine.
Oh,
Hadn't
dear.
produced calendars at the time when we were booking that.
I know what to get you for Christmas. I'll get you both a calendar.
I mean, it was like June,
it's
so
fucked.
there was a long way away.
Yeah.
That's how busy he is.
Yeah, I like to book my guests, because otherwise I
No, that makes
have
sense.
people cancel on me last minute, like what I've just mentioned, and then I don't have anything.
So go to the beginning of that. What you were just saying. It's like people who basically flake out on you. Is that
As
what it,
soon as any sense of conflict is even like slightly in the air,
right?
they just instantly go, "Oh no, sorry, I can't do that."
I think you need better friends.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just saying.
yeah,
We've got a friend like that. Actually, I've got several friends like that.
yeah.
Who are super flaky. In fact, I can think. I'm not going to say their names. I can think of like 2 or 3 people who are just like super flaky, and it is really, really, really annoying.
Similarly,
Yeah,
people who you plan to do something with a person, and so you ask them to pin down a date, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you know, we'll do it at some point. We'll do it in some point in July or whatever." And you get to that time, like, right, are we going to do this thing? Like, oh yeah, we'll probably do the thing. And the date gets closer and closer. And then at the last possible minute, they're like, "Oh yeah, were we going to do that? Was that a thing we were going to do? Oh, no, I can't do it
can't
now.
make that
I've
now."
made another plan."
yeah, completely.
Yeah, I'm. Despite the fact that you may not, I'm not perhaps as not planny as you are, Ben, but I'm pretty planny.
Yeah,
And I have a big old year planner in the other room, and everything's on there. Everything's Google calendared out and blocked and shit. But I'm a big fan of getting things in the diary, because if we don't,
Then yeah,
then
Then
like
I'll
when we were
double
talking
book.
about doing stuff like for my and your birthdays or around that sort of time, we're like, okay, is it going to be the 5th or the 12th? And like we will pin that down, and then it gets done. But that's how we get shit done.
to make sure it's not double booked. And
Yeah.
But we can definitely do the thing.
I have to say, I think we're pretty good at
Yeah.
that, actually. I think we're good at kind of like doing that stuff. So,
I got better. I used to be shit.
but, you know, we just found loads of
So-
cool things to do.
Throw that phrase out again.
So people that
Take notes, Hamster.
are unable to commit to anything, basically summed up.
Right.
Harmstone, feel free to paraphrase it in any way, but it's in the sea. Harmstone has finally found the indicator one, and because for some reason used American phrasing, that's why his search didn't work. People who don't use turning signals. Episode 53. So now it's in there twice. On either sides of the pond. What else you got, Ben?
3 more.
Go for it.
People that are late by 5 minutes to everything.
I don't know anyone like that.
People who are 5 minutes late to everything.
So because I come from a musical background, that's absolutely rife within anyone that's like a creative, instrumental sort of person that plays guitar.
How does that
They
work?
don't really
on stage?
live in the real world.
Introducing
Yeah.
the Rolling Stones. Oh, the fuck?
Yeah.
They're late again. Fucking
Well, that's
jagger.
why you sound check 4 hours before you go on stage, because you literally, like, we do a thing down in Dorset called Teddy Rocks, which is in Blandford, and it's all
Sorry, it's a place called
charity-
Blandford.
Blandford.
Blam!
No, yeah.
Oh, that's a great
No,
name.
Blandford,
Oh.
which is probably worse because Blandford
Blandford.
is like we don't really
That's
stand
the
for anything.
Opposite of Blandford.
I didn't know
yeah.
any of these places until recently, by the way. But
take
I've been
you-
watching The Last Kingdom on
Take you on tour.
Netflix, and so I know a lot about the old counties of Wessex now,
Nice.
of which
Nice.
Blandford is one of them.
But
Blandford sounds great.
You're
Blandford sounds
you're
shit.
basically performing on a farm, so you get bands like The Darkness, Feeder, Fratellis, etc., etc.
Feeder's still going. I thought one of them died, or two of them died.
Yeah, their drummer passed away. I think Grant and Taka are still the main people. Just as a side note, Grant from Feeder, if you are watching this, you are one of my dream guests, so please get in touch.
I love Just a Day.
Yeah.
Just saying.
There we go.
Like a Dreamcast,
So, yeah.
the console.
No, just a dream guest
Oh,
to get on ABP.
nice.
He might have a Dreamcast.
Listen,
don't know.
listen. Playing Fancy Star Online. Like,
The Dreamcast was nobody's dream
Back in
console,
2000.
let's be honest.
Crazy Taxi, though. Let's fucking go.
I mean, I kind of got bored of Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Because after a few times of picking someone up, I'm like, I get it. I'm picking
You
people
notice how
up.
quickly I 180 that then? I was like, this is the best game ever. No, it's quite boring. Actually. I think it was because
I respect that. I totally
It was
do.
in arcades as well.
But
I
it
think.
was no.
So, yeah.
I mean, it was fun.
Yeah,
But in that amount of crazy tech, that's how much.
yeah.
That's how much I enjoyed it. The intro to it.
Just said people that can't commit, and I instantly went back on my beliefs.
You
I
know,
need to get in sea after this. I might do that when I get home. Actually,
If I
because live
ratify
right by the
straight
sea.
into the sea.
Ben in the Sea, as imposed by himself.
So yeah, people do roll calls for music. They have a tour manager, and everyone gathers around the bus, and everyone has to be accounted for because musicians have a habit of wandering off.
Right.
They have a habit. It's a bit of a stereotype, but the whole cocaine and strippers and going mental and what happens on tour stays on tour.
You can't have the strippers wandering off.
No, no.
With the cocaine.
That's it. You got
You
it.
need them to pin them down.
But yeah, people that are 5 minutes late to
5
literally
minutes.
everything.
But do you know what? I don't think I'm 5 minutes. I know that I've been looked.
No, he's not 5 minutes late to everything. It's more like 10 or 15.
If I need to be somewhere creative, like for the gig I had on Saturday, I was there bang on time. But if I'm meeting you down the Harbour Arm, I might be late. Probably because I went somewhere else. But anyway.
Just take might off that sentence.
Yeah.
8 p.m. ABT. Yes.
Alex Borton time.
I'm surprised this hasn't been in the sea already, but yeah, I mean, I would generalize it a bit more with.
Do you think you're a punctual man?
I definitely am a punctual man. Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're not. I guess I never really thought
Yeah.
about it.
I'm less punctual with you because I know that punctuality is not reciprocated, so I've
know
been
what's
kind of
interesting?
lax.
I don't think I'm unpunctual.
Then
But I
you are wrong.
suspect I'm not correct. It's not. Do you know what? Like, we don't know our own flaws, mainly because I don't really have any. But I mean, there must be some, and that must be one of them, I suppose.
Yeah, there are some people for whom, if I need that person to be there at a specific time, I will add 30 minutes to the time prior So if I want them to be there at 8, I will say 7:30, and then they will be there at 8.
That's a clever thing to do. That's good.
Yeah.
But like, Alex, I love you, but I know, but you're not punctual. Well, when when was I never not punctual for like the thing? You came to me. We came round to yours. I don't know that that's true. You can tell me I'm not punctual. The Harmstone doesn't know.
I think he may mean like from a streaming perspective.
Oh, that's not true. I don't believe that. That was the worst lie. That was something that might have happened like once and then became like an every time thing. Streaming? No. I won't take it. I don't believe it. You can say it. I don't believe it. No. I will watch Philomena Kunk before I take this sort of guff. No. What was I going to say? But if we've got to go somewhere, I'm not going to miss a train. It's not like, do you know, I've got friends of mine who just won't get on the train. It's like, I guess I'll see you up in London. But I guess I feel like if it's something that's got a loose kind of let's all meet down the Harbour Arm thing, then I probably don't give that much of a shit. But if it's important,
and I don't give a shit because I've learned how to game it, and like I can have you be there at the time I want you there by giving you the wrong time. It works.
Well, I never thought. Well, what time? When? What time?
Now, whenever I give you a time, you're like, is this half an hour earlier than I need to be there, or do I need to be there earlier than that?
I'll just come when you tell me to.
Well,
it does depend, though.
We'll see. You heard it here first. Anyway, people who are late habitually in the sea.
Yeah. Put them in there. Me included, presumably.
I mean, each of us is probably in the sea 7 or 8 times over at this point.
Me and Moat are habitually late, but we normally, if we say we want to go to the coffee, if we go, I'll meet at Chambers at 12 o'clock, then I might start walking there at 12 o'clock, and I'll be there at 10 past, and he'll be there at 15 past, something like that. Curly might not ever get there. Neither will Dan. Dan and Curly are the sluggiest guys I've ever met.
Yeah. I mean, and that goes back to the flaky people.
Mm.
Yeah.
2 more.
Mm-hmm.
People that gatekeep music. So I'll switch from Adele to Arch Enemy to Cloud Kicker to Joe Satriani to Steve Vai. It doesn't faze me. But some people live and breathe metal. And that's all they'll... And I always think of music as food. You don't just eat the same meal over and over and over again. You'll get bored.
Mm.
But these people that just listen to metal, as an example, will ask you, are you a real Iron Maiden fan? And it just bothers the fuck out of me.
So when you say gatekeeping, you mean like people kind of want to test to see whether you're worthy of listening to that music? Or...
Yeah, I think so.
I suppose the most...
Yeah.
I've never encountered it, but I know
say
what
recent, it was probably ages ago. But the most recent example I can think of this is people who were introduced to Metallica for the first time through Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of old school Metallica fans were like, yeah, but you're not real Metallica fans. You've only come in via Stranger Things. So you're not real Metallica fans. You're fake Metallica
People
fans.
who think that you're keeping it real. The people who were there at the beginning. You weren't there at the beginning. Don't come at me with all your... I remember when R.E.M. released Losing My Religion. And I got really into them about then. And then people would be like, yeah, but you weren't there when they released like Reckoning. And I'm like, yeah, it came out in 1979. It's just like people get on board at the point when they discover it. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Gatekeepers in general, not just music. It happens in everything. Yeah.
Frankly, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters in me.
Let's have a little creative bit of splooshing, shall we? Gatekeepers. It's like a hit.
Mind blown.
Ooh, love that. Last one. It's a bit deep, so bear with me.
So's the sea. So
I've done a YouTube video on this recently.
Okay.
Globalization.
Wow.
Right? The idea that I've come from Weymouth, which is 3.5 hours away, and I've come to your lovely place of Folkestone.
Yes.
And there's Greggs, Costa, McDonald's, Tesco, Morrison's, Greggs, Costa. And it just keeps... It's like a fucking Scooby-Doo chase.
To be fair...
You keep going past the same
it's
thing.
just the same thing over and over.
We've only had Greggs in Folkestone for a week and a half.
Okay.
And I still can't get a coffee.
And I still haven't been there.
But you're saying that
it's 2 minutes from
the
my house.
globalization of brands that just is spreading the world.
The idea that, you know, a man can't build a table and make a living out of that now. They have to, like, sell it to a company like, I don't know, Woods Furniture, or,
I see.
you know, like, someone can't just make a version of Coca-Cola in their house. Probably 'cause
Nothing
they're
is
mental,
personal anymore.
Yeah,
It's all brands. And,
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
I'm beginning to get what you're saying.
So, like, you go on holiday to, I don't know, let's use Singapore as an example.
Oh yeah, that's
and you can have a McDonald's in Singapore that's identical to the McDonald's that you are having at home. Everything is the same everywhere, and nothing is.
So, what's the alternative that you would prefer to?
Well, I want to support, like, local business, like bakeries, people that actually give a shit, rather than someone at Burger King that's clearly not enjoying themselves, and they're getting paid minimum wage, and the CEO's getting paid £400,000 a year.
But like,
is that all for the CEO of Burger King? I thought there'd be on more.
But presumably, at some stage, these things started out as a small chain.
Yeah.
So if you and I started a bakery called Ben and Alex's
Let's do
Bakery, I'd love to do it. We'll have come up with a better name. And
Balix Bakery.
And then we get really big. And then we put one in. What are you saying? Banalixly.
Balixery.
Balixery.
It was
Balix!
Instead of Ben and Alex Bakery, it did become Balix Bakery, but that was too long. So now it's Balixery.
Okay.
Nobody knows what they do, but it sounds disgusting, and so people will probably be intrigued.
It'll be called the Bedlam Bakery, and everything will have honey in it.
Okay, well, that's it. Well, that sounds great. And now you make one down in Weymouth.
Yeah.
We'll expand to up here.
No expansion.
That's what I'm saying. But it's already become popular, so we'll make another one.
No, you've got to limit yourself.
Yeah.
I don't want to limit myself. I want to
have
go
to.
big. But at what point do we then become? Do you see where I'm driving at with this?
Yeah, like,
if we then become big and everyone, Balix's Bakery with honey is synonymous, and everyone goes, it's the honey. How did they know the honey? Those
It
bastards.
wasn't quite as deep as Ben thought until Alex got involved, and now it's got deep.
So now, as a result, Balix is everywhere, and and then everyone's like, do you know what? I wish there was a small place that was just a small bakery.
Yeah.
And that might well be the problem, because otherwise the desire is to go big, but those big people were once small. So I don't know if I've...
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
Yeah?
It's just capitalism, essentially, and I don't want to get too divisive and polarizing about it, but...
I feel hard to put it in the sea, but I kind of think people should definitely support more local things.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which I do like in a local, like in somewhere like Folkestone, there's lovely lots of local things, apart from the local Kent shop, who I hate and I never want to go in. But, you know...
Yeah, I think, Ben, that has left you with some homework. It's a little too broad for the sea, but there are many individualized things that can go in the sea as a result of that. So you'll have to tune in to future episodes of Don't Get Me Started to find out what they are.
Always be confectionery.
I do love these suggestions for a Don't Get Me Started bakery. Don't Get Me Tarted.
That's so good.
Whose slogan is, "Oh, stuff your face."
And there's just my face outside, like, with a fucking bake roll tart going in it.
Love that. That's good.
Always been confectionery. I mean, if I could bake sweets, I'd like that.
That might be the line, Dr. Fruitbat. If you can't conceivably oversee all of your locations, then you are too big.
Yeah.
Is that fat shaming?
I just, like, go big or go home, people say. I don't really know.
That's fat. That's definitely fat shaming. You can't tell a fat person to go home.
That's not fair. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm never going to be a big entrepreneur businessman who's got, like, thousands of...
Not with that attitude.
Man. I love that. So, I won't ever know, but although I can't say that because otherwise someone will make me drink alcohol. So Alex Sugar. Maybe I could eventually run The Apprentice. I could do that. I reckon. But I'd have to have been a massive businessman in order to...
How kind of bendy is your finger? It's not bendy enough.
Yeah.
How are you going to fire anyone with that?
Well, no, I mean, I won't.
It's a pathetic bendy
Plus,
finger.
I'm quite a soft touch, so I probably won't fire anyone. I'll say, do you know what you're... And they'll be like, give me another chance, Sir Alex. And I'd be like, all right.
You're getting your probation extended. End credits.
Yeah. We're going to work on your development.
We're going to set you some new smart targets.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assign you a new line manager. This one
Yeah.
was shit.
And make sure they're achievable this time and relevant. Oh my god, that would be amazing if it gets. And by the end of it, dun 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 dun. This week on The Apprentice, no one got fired. Dun 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 dun.
Episode 307 of the 19th season of The Apprentice. Will somebody be fired tonight? Probably
doubt
not.
Do you know it'd be like holding the belt in WWE? No one gets fired until 365 days, 908 days pass, and the Sunny goes, "You're fired!" And everyone's like, "Shit, me!"
No! He almost reached Bruno Sammartino.
Oh my god, I love it.
Right. Well, before we move into our
Just want to taste this
final
stuff, by the way.
segment, yes, yeah, I was going to
Oh, sorry, you
suggest
had to
that.
say that.
Yeah. I think it's time that we kill Alex
Oh god.
in the segment we like to call "Kill Alex
Kill
with
Alex.
Something Fucking Spicy."
I'm just gonna get a ramekin so we can pour something to dip it.
Have you got any milk?
Milk makes it hotter.
Does it?
That is a misnomer.
I thought that was
From the-
water.
Such a stupid note.
From the annals of Borton Towers, Alex shouted, "Milk makes it hotter," and
Right,
yeah,
so-
it's true.
Okay.
No, to explain, I was once at a party at Matt Moat's house, and he was doing these kind of tequila suicides, they were called, where you basically
Yeah.
you drink a shot of tequila, and then you bite into a chili and you squirt the lemon in your eye.
Yeah.
And for some reason, right? So
For some reason, people wanted to do that.
because we were all being stupid and we were like young and stuff. Anyway, so then they would start to eat chilies, and so
It's the lemon in the eye that I take exception to. I'll kill myself with a chili, but you ain't fucking squirting lemon in my eye. That's
Right.
bullshit.
well, it all got a bit stupid. But anyway, the bottom line was at one point it just stopped being that and it started being just like, I'm going to eat a chili, and Matt Moat was like, I'm going to eat a chili, and then he said, don't worry, I'll get some milk if it's. I was filming this. I borrowed a video camera from university, so this gives you an idea of it. Big fucking VHS kind of motherfucker like this, like really holding like put
beautiful.
a full tape in it. I was
Love
recording the
that.
whole thing just for posterity because it was just fun. And I was filming it, and he was just sitting there, and he's got all this chili there, and he's about to eat that whole fresh chili. And he said, "Don't worry," said someone, "We've got some milk for you." And then his mate leans over and goes, "No, milk makes it hotter. Milk makes it hotter." And it just became this stupid fucking phrase that unless you were there at that point, it won't make any difference. So when everyone else says, "Get some milk," I'm like, "Milk makes it hotter." Anyway, I don't even know if it's actually true. But are you going to try one of these?
Yeah, I'll try it. Yeah, I've done it. I had a chicken select from KFC.
Oh, really?
I dipped it on it,
I don't
and
wanna go
it
crazy
was pretty
Chicken selects
mental.
aren't from KFC. I'm just they're from McDonald's. It's a different thing from KFC.
What was it from KFC?
I don't know, like a...
Zinger?
It was just the fillet. Yeah.
Just a regular old
Just
chicken.
no
burger.
seasoning on it at all. I'll join you, so you're not.
I was going to say, I think you might need to pour some more into that, because I think I haven't got enough poured in there, but I didn't want to go crazy. So that is really
So far,
mouth burny.
it's
You
a
know-
fuck me from Alex, which is more than I've ever seen him respond to anything spicy.
You know it's bad when it's reluctant to leave the bottom
That's what I mean. I might have some more.
It's pretty thick, with 2 C's.
and the sauce.
We've got suggestions too. Unfortunately, we don't have time for that. We'll have to come back to that next week. So do put a pin in it. It'll probably float away, but put a pin in it, and we'll get to them next week, I promise.
Oh god, I've got PTSD. Doing this again.
PTSC.
PTS. S stands for sauce.
I don't think it's that bad. I think you could do it.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's obviously horrendous.
Got him.
I honestly, I don't think you can do it. I think you're fine.
It is spicy.
You got drink nearby, you're alright. They do.
You said do.
Nice. They do quite a lot of other sauces, and I think one of them is absolutely fucking ridiculous. But this is what I said about there's no Scoville filter. And you just don't really know what you're getting yourself into. Jez is dying.
It's not spicy in a conventional way. But it has hit me in the back of the throat and totally ruined my vocal cords.
It's called the evil one
Well,
for a reason.
I think I withstood the evil one, but my lips are really, really burny. But it hasn't. I think that's great. I think that's really good, and that's probably the limit of where I want to be.
Would you like it? You can have it if you want.
I will have
Yeah?
it, but I don't want
As
to
a
take your
gift?
stuff from me.
Not
I
at
want
all.
to say I don't want to take. I can't even speak. That's what it's called. I don't want to take your stuff.
Not at all. Jez can have it.
I'm all right, thanks. It feels fine now, but my voice still doesn't
You
work.
can have the meal deal
Thanks.
if you put the evil one on the sub.
Go fuck yourself.
I'm not a good negotiator. I was never good at selling. But yeah. That's yours to keep.
That was weird. It had a more bodily reaction than I felt, if that makes sense.
It definitely
like
hangs about.
It didn't feel spicy in the way that spicy
Yeah.
things often do, but it clearly had an effect on me and made me very red. But that's come down quite quickly, so that's a really
It does
strange
suggest
response.
putting it in pasta. So I think it's meant to be like an accompaniment rather than just a standalone hot as fuck hot sauce. It's meant to actually go in stuff.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
yeah,
Yeah.
very, very interesting.
Oh my goodness
There you
me.
go.
Okay, well now that we've all died, let's swiftly move into the final
Hey,
segment.
listen, we all tried it.
We all tried it, including me.
Well done,
I
well done.
literally
Try.
had like the tiniest amount, and that's what it did to me. So thank fuck I didn't dip a chip in it. That would have fucking killed me. Honestly.
Great advert for Ben's sponsor. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. What's the name of the...
Grim Reaper Foods.
Grim-
www.grimreaperfoods.com. Use the code Grim Bedlam, all one word, for 10% off.
And don't forget Reaper Foods. You need to put Schofields on the front of the bottle.
Just his face.
That is tasty. I enjoyed it. I think that if you like spice and you can handle spice, that one will be fine for you. I'm still standing.
I wouldn't say tasty because I couldn't taste a fucking thing, but it was certainly hot. If hot is what you want, that is hot. Hot. And that is probably what most people want, isn't it?
Yes.
Hot.
That's all I want.
Now then, final segment.
Yes.
We even given one to Ben. It's time for Am I the Arsehole?
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Now, I detect we're probably going to go over 10, but that's not a big problem. It's a special occasion.
No, but I put pay to any idea of us continuing to put things in the sea. Otherwise, we'd be here all night.
Yeah, but we got a good amount in there, and not only that, we got some for later. Plus, the one thing we didn't really do, which I know we didn't get to, is This Is Happening, which I saw a lot of people put a lot of This Is Happenings in there.
That's true.
We can't do
Yeah.
much about that, though, short of having a look at them.
No.
But I don't know if there's anything particularly that...
I'll
I'll
have a look while one of you reads your writer. How about that?
Well, shall I read one of mine? Because I've got two.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll read this one, and then maybe you can read your one.
Mhm.
And then we'll see where you are and blah-de-blah.
Yeah. There's a lot of iter.
Right. Am I the arsehole for putting out my neighbour's fire with my garden hose? I wonder if that's a euphemism. Am I the arsehole for putting out my neighbour's fire with my garden hose? Our entire area is on an extremely strict fire ban. Like, which... Every area is on a strict fire ban. Nobody wants their shit, like, set fire to. I was out watering my garden once the sun went down, and my neighbour was out lighting up a campfire. Where the fuck are you living?
Well, they do say it changes when the sun goes down.
I do. My neighbour was out lighting up a campfire. Where do you live? In the fucking... in the wilderness? Can you imagine going out the front there and lighting up a fucking... Anyway. I yelled over and told him, we're on a fire ban! As if he didn't know. Our entire area is covered in smoke from the fires. If you're... Why? How would that...
I think they live in a wildfire area.
Is as if you didn't know. Our entire area is covered in smoke from the fires. That doesn't sound like you're on a fire ban. Do you know what I mean? If someone says, he must know we're on a fire ban, the place is covered in fire. And like, that suggests you're not on a fire ban. Does that make sense? Maybe. And he yells back that it's contained. They're just, where far apart are they? And we're not in a forest, so who cares? So I took my hose and I soaked his entire fire pit and all of the wood I could see.
That's doubling down. Not only did he take out the fire, he made it extremely difficult for him to relight his fire. Not lighting the fire was his only desire.
Isn't that a Gareth Gates song?
It's a Take That song.
Yeah, take that, motherfucker.
Light my fire.
He started screaming profanities at me and tells me he's going to call the cops. I tell him, well, it's a no-fire zone, so what are you going to tell him, cunt? Didn't say that. I told him to call. Oh, no, he did. Does basically say what I said. I told him to call, as they will tell him that he was in the wrong, as we're on a fire ban. Fire ban?
Has he mentioned there's a fire ban?
There have been many homes destroyed, animals who have lost their lives. I feel I'm suddenly in a telephone. There have been many homes destroyed, animals who have lost their lives, and firefighters out there who are trying their best to contain it.
And Alex still doesn't give a shit about animals.
I don't give a fuck about nature.
To pledge £5 to wildfires, call 0800 DGMS. That's 0800 DGMS.
Maybe
Now.
we can...
Wildfires need education too.
With your help, we can stop fires. Is that what we're doing?
Only you can stop forest fires. Only who can stop forest fires? You have selected you, meaning me. This is incorrect. Why have an open fire when it's not necessary? Just for context, our sky is literally orange and filled with smoke already. There are weather alerts for smoke pollution, etc. Am I the arsehole here? Is this when the sky is literally orange? How recently is this? Because there was a thing in New York recently
I
where
pulled this morning.
the sky was orange, and maybe this is something about that. He didn't start the fire. No, he didn't light it, but he tried to fight it. Is this what it was about? This is Billy Joel wrote this. Billy Joel wrote in. He's like, do you know what? I got an idea for this. Update. I unfortunately wasn't outside to see. I just heard from our neighbour on the other side of his house. But he started another fire last night, and I guess as he was using a poker stick on it, sparks flew up into the neighbour's tree on the other side.
Can use my, no you can't use my poker stick. She's gonna ignore the fire ban.
We're there. Lost where I am now. All I can think about is you singing poker stick.
Can't read my.
Flew up into the neighbour's tree on the other side, and it started to spread. They called the cops/fire department. They were there within minutes, put out his fire, and he was fined. I haven't seen or heard him since.
They set him alight.
They set him on fire. Thank you. They put him in a wicker man. It's been 50 years.
Only you can be a wildfire.
Thank you to everyone who assured me I was not the arsehole/justified.
We haven't done that yet, mate. Calm the fuck down.
And I'm glad that this has all ended well. Where is this happening?
Probably Canada. There's a lot of fires in Canada at the moment. They've had a bit of a wildfire problem. I was watching
I'm getting wildfire in my mouth.
I was watching some sport the other day, and they had to move the game because there was too much smoke and they couldn't see the baseball. So it must have been baseball. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I've never encountered anything like this where they're on a fire ban, but people love to set light to things. And we're not in a place really where people...
We don't have a wildfire problem here in the United Kingdom.
No, and if you want to start a fire, it's probably a barbecue, so it's in a little kind of barbecue container thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like, see, people are just...
We don't often have, like, bonfires get out of control or anything like that. I'm sure they do in foresty areas, but also it's very fucking wet here all the fucking time, so fire doesn't really happen. Yeah.
Welcome in, Hannah. This new camera angle has thrown me. Has that sofa always had an arm at that side, there, next to Ben? Yeah.
Yes.
Like a model on The Price is Right.
Yes.
Trying to
How
sell
much do
it.
you think this sofa is worth?
You've won a brand new arm!
Has always had one.
I'm so
Have you slept on this sofa, Hannah? Don't you remember?
Yeah.
I mean, your feet won't reach that far, but it was there.
There's not an arm on this side. If that
There's
helps.
not an arm on that side, no.
Yeah. And normally you can see a bit more of this side and less of that side.
We had to get us all in.
Yeah. Normally Ben is some scrolling text.
I am.
Which is usually shit that you keep saying.
That's true.
So, listen. We're going to get to the bottom of this fire thing. It sounds like, even though we don't fully understand what a fire is, it doesn't happen to us. It sounds like you can't light fires because it's going to burn down the neighborhood, and his neighbor keeps setting light to shit like a fucking pyromaniac.
Yeah.
So I can't see any way in which this guy is the arsehole.
Can I provide you a British kind of equivalent context?
Yes, please.
That you can then use to make your judgment. This is like if Ben was out watering his plants with a hose pipe, and I came along with a fucking machete and chopped it off at the tap.
Killed Ben.
Because there's a hose pipe ban.
Right.
There's
So
a hose pipe ban. Ben's using his hose. I go and chop the fucking hose off.
What would you
Can't
do,
use his
Ben, if
hose
he did
anymore.
I'd say,
Quite right, sir.
Are you
There is a
all
hose
right?
pipe ban.
Are you all right? Are you all right?
can I help you?
Fucking weirdo. Do you know he's got a machete in this situation?
I just hope there's a B&Q nearby, because otherwise that would really ruin my night.
No, B&Q left about 5 years ago.
Yeah, he can't use his fucking loyalty card anymore.
Oh.
So, I mean, in this situation, fire will kill you, whereas in the situation you've explained, water is probably unlikely to kill you.
Well, water will drown you, Alex.
It will. Hey, listen, it will. But I don't think that's the threat of the hose pipe ban that the hose pipe ban is seeking to stop.
Not with that attitude.
Fuck's sake.
So, okay, yeah, well, listen. Maybe, I don't think he is the arsehole, but maybe his actions were a bit arseholey.
No, I don't think he's the arsehole either. I was just offering
A counterpoint.
a counterpoint, perhaps. No, I think this is borderline vigilantism, and vigilantism is fucking awesome.
Yes.
Good for you, sir.
Yes, continue.
Next time, douse him in pep. No, it's too far.
Okay, we better press the button then.
Okay. And what button are we pressing?
We're going to say not the arsehole. My mouth is hot.
That's what you get.
Right, do you want to read yours?
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
By the way, just to add, there are no things for This Is Happening that will not keep for next week, because many of the things are, this is happening in a few weeks and things like that.
Oh, we can do
Like
that,
the
that's
big,
fine.
key, important things. So they'll be the same next week. We will definitely do This Is Happening next week. We'll definitely do C next week, and you could put some things in the C. Quite frankly, that makes our job easier, that we don't have to plan anything. So
Perfect.
Fantastic. Am I the arsehole for removing my dog from a small beach with kids on it? For context, my dog
I
is
don't
a
need any context.
purebred Jack Russell.
you'll never be an arsehole for taking your dog away from the situation.
I am a 32-year-old female. I think that's what that means.
That does mean that, yeah.
It's not her bra size.
No.
Live in an oceanside town.
An oceanside town.
says that.
I live in an oceanside town.
Seaside.
Yeah. Oh, I do like to be
Oceanside.
beside the ocean side.
I mean, I do now. Now that you've taken such exception to it.
I mean, we live
I
by
will
the
forever-
channel.
No, we live in an oceanside town, Alex.
Live in an ocean.
I walk my dog every day along the coast. There is a stone walk about 7 to 10 feet, no more, no less, above the water with a safety fence, with most of the coastline being rocky with pockets of sand beaches. During our walks, I like to take my dog on these small sandy spots and run him ragged.
Run him ragged.
Jesus
Some good
Christ.
alliteration in this one.
Today, a father was walking along the path of his two kids. We can only assume he was a father. Between the ages of 5 to 10. The unusual part being the kids were walking on the other side of the safety fence. I was on a small sandy beach where the wall goes up to about 10 feet.
There's a lot of specifics about this.
The father was already yelling at the kids because they weren't watching where they were putting their footing. The youngest falls from the wall onto the beach, barely missing a boulder. This is like a Wile E. Coyote catch the pigeon
Bloody love
sort
that.
of thing going on.
So are they like, the kids are on the higher bit and they're walking without care and attention and one
Yeah.
falls off the seawall?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my preference that my dog doesn't play with children whose parents I don't know, in brackets. I had an incident last year where a strange child tried to shove rocks in my dog's mouth. Close brackets. That's important.
And then close
information.
brackets, yeah. Get those fucking rocks down there.
Jack Russells are also not recommended for small children.
Or
Brackets. I'm child free. Brackets.
Good work.
This is public property. I nearly read that as pubic property then. It's not mine, and there are other beaches, so I scooped up my dog and climbed the stairs and got ready to leave. The dad confronts me at the top of the stairs, asking me why I am taking my dog when his kids were playing with him. I
Just go
said,
fuck yourself, that's why.
anything can happen, and if it does, they can just take my dog. He said, no, everything is fine. It's your fear that's going to cause something to happen. He continued to yell after me as I was walking away.
That'll be the fear.
Because Jack Russells can be aggressive with children and other animals,
I presented it to his throat and it ripped his fucking throat out.
I made a great effort to have him properly socialised with cats and kids as a puppy, as my dog does not have any behavioural problems, despite his stubbornness in other areas. I do still prefer...
Despite his stubbornness in other areas.
I do still prefer
Won't eat
avoid
vegetables.
small children if I can.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole?
So
Fucking hell, that was a lot. Christ, I feel like
you went straight through it though.
Yeah.
Like, that would take me half an hour to read. Because I,
He would stop and
I dissect it.
get distracted and things.
So basically, his...
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the rocks and stuff.
That's happy
It's your-
sound of our OnlyFans.
It's your top bin friends. They've returned to see your tits.
Fucking hell, let's just not engage with these guys.
Tit bin.
Yes, so essentially what we're talking about here is that someone thinks that any dog is there to be petted and loved, even though the owner of the dog might have a reason for it other than just like, fuck off.
Yeah, in a strange twist of fate, this is a dog owner yelling my mantra of your dog is not my dog is not your dog.
Yeah.
This is not everyone's dog, it's my dog.
Yeah.
Like, keep your dog to yourself.
Um,
Can't believe I'm with this dog owner. It's weird.
Not the arsehole, very responsible. If the dog bit a pesky kid, the dad would have been livid.
Or even a not pesky
Yeah.
kid.
That's it. It's like, oh no, I don't know. What's wrong with you? It's okay that my children can play with your dog. No, well, I'll be the judge of that for a start. And also, yeah, if the dog did kind of nip at them, you'd be like, oh, I can't believe it. So,
Yeah.
can't have it both ways, but you want it both ways. So, what does it say? Am I the arsehole for removing my dog from a small beach with kids on it? No.
No.
It's your dog. Take the dog away. Bring the dog where you want to do it.
Yeah,
No.
in fact, my preference is you do take the dog away, not the asshole. Right. All kids are pesky. Thanks,
Yes.
Scooby-Doo villain. Okay. This one was suggested by Aletha, and it will be humorous to you when I read the title.
Oh,
especially.
okay.
Okay.
This is our last one, I think it is, because I don't think you want to...
No, we won't bother with that at all.
This is good.
Yeah. Am I the arsehole
Yes, you are.
for telling my sister's boyfriend the truth about her allergy?
I mean, I want to hear more.
Evil laugh. Am I the arsehole for telling my sister's boyfriend the truth about her allergy? My sister and I live in different territories. She lives 4,000 kilometers south of here, so a 2-day drive, or a 4.5, it's 4.5, mate, or just round it up or down to 4 or 5, 4.5 hour flight away.
Fucking all right, Google Maps. What's the longitude and latitude?
If I leave now,
Is there a church with a steeple?
37 nautical miles away.
if I leave now and my sister also leaves now and we each travel at 3 miles an hour faster than our vets, at what time will we reach the midpoint of the point between the 4,000 kilometer south area that is also a little bit northeast?
Also, why does X equal Y?
But it's still 4.5 hours away by flight. No, I'm asking.
This just in, Jez hates decimals.
I mean, I'm not a fan of decimals. If we're throwing it out there. I much prefer a fraction. Anyway, we try to have a visit at least once a year. This time, she brought her boyfriend to visit. I've never met him in person, only over a video call. She says they are thinking of living together. They stay in my guest room. On the 6th day of their stay here, her boyfriend had a freak out on me because I was preparing a meal for us and saw that I had a food in my kitchen that my sister is allergic to.
Okay.
I put allergic in quotes because otherwise Jez couldn't do something on the camera. I put allergic in quotes because she isn't allergic to anything.
Right, I love it.
Her boyfriend thought she was.
Wonder why.
We did gather that.
We got that from context.
Yeah, we didn't need Google Maps for that.
No.
She told him she has a deadly allergy to a certain food. She went so far as to purchase EpiPens and wear a medical bracelet. She had told him stories about almost dying from accidentally. She had told him stories from... fucking hell. Words. She had told him stories about almost dying from accidentally or unknowingly eating this food when we were kids. Her boyfriend was angry I had it in my kitchen and did not clean my kitchen and cooking utensils before their visit. Which I would have done if my sister was really allergic. But she isn't. She hates it, but she isn't allergic to. And to me, there is a big difference.
There is. By the way, did they ever reveal what this thing is?
What the actual thing is, no.
Oh,
No.
fucking hell. Half the
Yeah.
story. Get to the fireworks factory. Jesus.
Yeah. She does sound nuts, as does the allergy, yeah. Yeah, it does sound like nuts. She hates it, but she isn't allergic, and to me there is a big difference. If there was even a chance my sister was allergic, I wouldn't have it in my kitchen.
Of course.
I told her boyfriend the truth, that my sister hates it, but she is not allergic.
What did he say?
That she's always hated the food. Now, she's furious at me. Note that I had the food item she hates in my kitchen because I like it, but I wasn't putting it in any meal for my sister because I know that she hates it. I'm not removing food from my house just because she hates it, though.
Yeah. That makes
She's
sense.
furious that I told him the truth.
That I've outed her.
She argued with me. Her boyfriend argued with her. The last day and a half of their visit was awkward.
This is amazing. This is fucking incredible.
I feel like this is like bubbling up like a Netflix
I love it.
series, and
I can't
We'll get
wait
to the
I can't
finale.
wait for the Netflix adaptation. It's
Oh,
going
yeah.
to be wicked. From what I got from my sister, she started telling everyone she was allergic when she went to university so that she wouldn't have to eat the thing.
Oh my god.
I was already in university here,
think this
so I
is-
didn't know she was telling people this.
So maybe that's what's going on with Aletha.
Yeah, I don't think she's allergic to nuts at
No,
all.
I don't think so either.
Bullshit. No one's
I think-
allergic
no,
to
no,
nuts.
no,
That's
no,
not a
no,
real
no.
thing.
It's like Amelie's allergy to cucumber.
Yeah, nobody's allergic to anything.
No.
Allergies aren't real. Stop fucking kidding
I'm
yourselves.
totally with you.
I was already in university here, so I didn't know that she was telling people this. Our parents were divorced, and we lived with Mum. Dad lives on the other side of the country. Here we fucking go again. 3,700 kilometres away. As the crow flies, it'll take you 6.5 hours. Sorry, 6.275 hours. It doesn't say that. We did see him, but Mum was the one who did everything for us. Our relationship with Dad is better since Mum passed. What the fuck has this got to do with anything? What are you doing? What are you doing to
I
us?
don't think this person is explaining the story very well.
As a side note, some other people live a distance away. That distance is greater and or lesser than the other
Oh
distance.
god, we don't need your life story.
Okay, where are we? Our relationship with Dad is better since Mum passed. But Dad, his wife, and his sister would know...
That his wife and his it was his wife and his sister?
this
Fucking hell.
is getting
That's
really
incestuous.
complex.
So her aunt, I don't know what the fuck. Why are we talking about your dad? I don't get
Did
it.
the mum die of an allergic reaction?
I don't think any of this dad stuff is getting into the tickers. I'm just throwing it out there.
No.
I'll try and finish it, but it's not making any sense. But Dad, his wife, and his sister would not know my sister had an allergy and would take her word for it. Right. So she's lied to them too, I think, is the point. She's
lied to what, her parents?
Long game.
her dad, yeah. Her
Ah.
mum's dead. Probably
So she can't verify. Perfect, my mother's dead. She'll never reveal the truth.
probably died of a fake allergy. And so now, because her dad doesn't know her very well, she's convinced her dad that she is allergic to this thing.
I missed a bit. How does the dad not know her very well?
Because
he fucked off. They got divorced.
Mum and dad got divorced. Dad lives on the other side of the country. They only
Before-
reconciled when Mum died.
Before a point. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So he divorced before this allergy appeared.
Well, there is no allergy, Alex. That's
Well,
the
I know
point.
that, but like
It was
he
only
would've-
when she went to university that she started telling people she had the allergy.
Right.
Yeah.
But yes,
Can we just to go to the timeline? She's born.
Yeah.
She's not allergic to the thing.
Mhm.
She goes through her entire childhood. She's still not allergic to the
Yes.
thing. Her mum and dad get divorced.
Yes.
She's still not allergic to the thing.
Yes.
Lives with mum.
Yes.
Still not allergic to the thing.
Yes.
Goes to university. Is miraculously allergic to the thing. And then when she goes to live with dad after mum dies, tells dad she's allergic to the thing.
At which point, why does the dad say, no, you're not? Because I remember when you were younger and you weren't then. Did you just develop this later?
Because he's a fucking deadbeat.
Because there was a point in time when he was there. Like, as a kid, when I was like 6 or something like that, my dad would like, you weren't allergic to nuts. And I'd be like, now, at my age now, he would, if I'd have said, oh yeah, by the way, I've always been allergic to nuts, he'd be like, no, shut up. So,
You
yes.
should try this experiment on your mother. That'd be funny.
She won't believe it. Anyway, sorry, yes.
Um,
Like you say, that's all largely irrelevant.
It is. Yeah. Her boyfriend has met them.
I really like the way you said that.
Oh,
Her boyfriend has met
them. Her boyfriend has met them, as the three of them are my sister's only family besides me. Right. Okay. Great. Don't care. Basically, my sister says I should have gone along with her lie and not told her boyfriend the truth.
Yeah, but you were being called out. There's the boyfriend going, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Why would you try and kill my girlfriend and your sister? They're the same person. And then at that point, what are you meant to go? Like, oh yes, I'm a cunt. I don't know why I did put nuts in there. What a stupid person I am. I feel such an idiot. The only reaction is, what the fuck are you talking about? She's not allergic. Why would you continue a lie going, oh yeah, you're right, I'm a terrible cunt. And then later on, let the boyfriend believe, I don't believe your brother.
Sister,
What a prick.
like, your sister doesn't know you at all. Like, she didn't know you were allergic to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, and in fact, she could have killed you. Do you know she could have killed you? At which point the sister went, yeah, it's my sister, man. What's she going to say at that point? Yeah, no. Yeah. She says the difference between hating and allergic is small. And I shouldn't have told her.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's okay, that was a great laugh.
That's a stupid fucking thing to say. The difference between hating and allergic, they're basically so close.
Yeah. Owning a knife, being stabbed in the face with a knife, it's basically the same thing.
I hate Boris Johnson, but I don't need an EpiPen for it. Do you know what I mean?
That you know of.
No. I've never come that close to him, to be honest with you, so maybe it's possible. I developed it later in life.
Maybe
when I met him.
Some kind of STD check or something instead. Yeah, I'll say that again just in case we need it for editing purposes.
Please do.
Please
I
don't say
won't
the
cackle.
Please don't say the whole thing again. Goodness me.
My sister and I live in different... No.
I'm off. Fake walkout.
Fuck shit store.
She says the difference between hating and allergic is small, and I shouldn't have told him. She's furious at me. Was I wrong to tell him the truth? Well, first of all, that's not the name of this segment. It's called Am I the Arsehole? Not Was I Wrong to Tell Him the Truth? So you're kind of fucking us around here, and I won't stand for it.
No. You're just going to read the thing at the top, aren't you, again?
Am I the arsehole for telling my sister's boyfriend the truth about her allergy? Allergy.
No. No, you weren't. It was the only thing you could say without otherwise making yourself look like a cunt. And why would you?
I think this is tricky because one of my favourite bands, this actually does have relevance, unlike that fucking thing.
Do they live in a different territory?
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
How far away do they live?
Are you allergic to the band Red
How long
Hot Chili
does it
Peppers?
take to get to the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
3.75 nautical miles. I can't remember which song it is.
That's a measure
It's
of
from
distance,
Stadium
not time.
Arcadium, and there's a line in it that always resonated with me, which was, if you never tell a lie, then you never have to play dumb. And this person has obviously gone through life thinking that they're allergic to something, and it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy, but they now have to sort of back up the lie.
Have to keep doing it.
and keep covering their tracks.
It's
And,
become a thing.
yeah,
So what you're saying is they don't know their own batshit.
yeah. So they've kind of like manifested
They're
it into
living their
existence.
own nonsense.
Yeah, completely. Yeah.
Mm.
Storm in a teacup. Well, hey, well done. Sub. Nice one.
Okay. Nice.
My wife is describing her violent king prawn allergy and projectile vomiting at the moment, but go about your business.
But normal prawns are fine. So royalty, she has a problem with the monarchy. Only king prawns are the problem.
Fuck the monarchy.
Yeah. Listen, I throw up at that.
I think Hannah made that joke. Yeah. Yeah, you're a seafood Republican.
Nice.
She said it a lot better than you, to be
Yes,
fair.
it's very good.
Yeah,
Very good.
Golf clap.
I think, listen, she may well have now be believing her own bullshit. But that's kind of neither here nor there in this. Is the question is, does the sibling, and I couldn't work out, is it the brother?
Sister.
It's a sister.
It's
So
two
they're two
sisters.
sisters, right?
Mhm.
For some reason, I got the impression it was a brother. But anyway, but the sister has basically said, that's not true. This is bullshit. And the boyfriend's like, what? But it's like, I would not, you can't, in any given situation, you can't let someone think ill of you, right? You couldn't just go, silly me, I guess I'm a cunt. Please continue to believe that. So, no, you're not the arsehole.
No. And in fact, not only are you not the arsehole, there's the stem, but you should now tell people that you're allergic to your sister's bullshit. And there we go.
Well, listen. It's 10:12, and
That's 12 minutes past due.
yes. So we're gonna have to wrap things up.
Can I end on a story?
You can.
Is it
Oh.
is it like this story?
No,
which
it's a
case-
lot more
No.
concise.
Okay, good.
Which is
Will there be room at
unlike
the end
me.
to ask you the amazing thing we teed up in the beginning and
Yeah.
cut you off with the thing?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect, good.
That's fine. So me and my son were witness to this. We actually went Instagram live because it outraged us so much.
Oh,
My
really?
son's 9, I'm 33, and we were both pissed off by this, right? So it's really hot at the moment, as we clearly know. 'Cause
Yes.
We've got literally every
It's
window
not
in the
that
flat
hot, it's
open.
lovely.
So me and my son went for an ice cream last weekend, as you do sometimes when, it's hot, and the cow milk. And there we go.
We
My-
did the opposite, obviously. It's hot, so let's have some hot sauce.
My ears heard this in front of like a whole park full of kids and adults and parents and stuff. One of the parents said to the kid, "Your mini milk is getting warm." Not your ice cream's melting. Your ice cream's getting hot. Like,
Your ice cream's getting hot.
but she shouted it in such a way that it was like, "Rover, get back here." And me and Casper just looked at each other like, what the fuck? He said, "What the flip?" because he's 9. But we were just so outraged by this, and I thought that it would be worth bringing up here.
I like
Your
it.
ice cream.
It's
Frederick! Your ice cream is changing state!
Your ice cream is getting warm.
Return forthwith and consume.
I wish I'd known that now, because before I gave you the ice cream.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I'm pleased to report that we all ate it as a conceited effort.
Yes.
And it didn't get warm because
No.
we ate it whilst it was a
I'm not
solid.
fucking around with that.
No warm
Who
mini
in their
milks.
right mind is sitting there with a mini milk or something like that going, "Oh, and another thing, actually," and just letting it drip away into nothing, and the mum's like, "What the hell? What are you doing?" What child in their right mind, when given an ice cream, elects
I know.
not to fucking eat it?
I would
Completely.
say a child with a dairy allergy, but as we've already discussed, allergies aren't real.
It's true.
Climate change ruined everything.
It's true.
I would like
milk
to say that no
renaissance.
mini milks were warmed in the process of this. Don't get me
Yes.
started.
The mini milk still have jokes on them. I'm pretty sure they did at one point.
Or what, on the
Ooh.
stick?
Yeah, on the stick.
Ooh.
Because I don't know, because I don't really eat them. I
But
haven't
Eris
eaten
had
them.
one tonight while watching Don't Get Me Started, so she will have the answer.
Do penguins still have jokes on the wrapper?
I haven't had a penguin in years.
They do. I complained to McVitie's about them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did they
What about how bad
They did
the joke
respond.
was?
Yeah, basically the quick version. I must send it to you. It's quite good. But like, basically, I said that the jokes are really unfunny, and I said something like,
Uh-oh, this is the penguin biscuit.
Trigger
all
warning.
over it.
yeah, well, they know. This is not news to them, but I said that I said the jokes are so bad, and I gave them some off the top of my head jokes about penguins because they were really bad. I said this is probably how Jim Davidson started, or something like flippant like that.
Fucking hell.
And then
Villain arc.
then they sent me a letter back saying that with a £1 gift voucher.
£1?
That is.
You can't even
Not
buy a
even
packet of penguins
worth-
with a £1 fucking
I
gift
I know.
voucher.
The
And then they
energy.
revealed the fact that children had written these jokes. that they were using, basically.
Should have a name.
So
at the
now
end
you
then,
owe them
as
a
credit.
£1 voucher.
Maybe.
Each
That,
and
I
every
think they were trying to
child.
guilt trip me, like, actually, it was children. And I'm like, we should be holding them to a higher
Also,
standard.
those children are orphans, and they haven't eaten in weeks. It's the best they could come up with.
My mum once drunkenly wrote to Whatsits, whoever look after Whatsits, whoever own them,
It's Walkers now.
saying, please make salt and vinegar Whatsits. My mum's friend then counter sent a letter saying, please ignore my friend, she's pissed.
Yeah.
I can
These
only
penalties
hope.
offset.
I can only hope that they read that one and then that one within succession.
I thought you were going to say you disowned your mother, because that would have been totally reasonable in that scenario.
Alex is a children hater. That's true. Yeah. Fuck the kids.
Don't clip that.
When I want to enjoy myself, I read people the joke on penguins, then just don't give the answer and throw the wrapper away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, you're still on. Heyo! Thank you very much for the subscription, your father. We're talking about many things. Hey, listen, this little ending bit is really nice. I'm very much enjoying it. Right. Couple of things. Well,
Oh, yes, there is an important thing that we haven't mentioned that we probably should have mentioned before now.
well, I thought I'd leave it till the end if it's the same thing, but that is that there won't be an episode next week.
Not a new
Ooh.
one, anyway. I'll put a rerun out, because why the fuck not?
There's no Don't Get Me Started next live next Tuesday because I'm going to Glastonbury.
It's fucking off.
Nice.
I know.
I would like it known and put on record that I have not fucked off this show at a single point this year, and it is June.
Hey.
Like, I am hanging on by a thread here, but I have survived every single possible episode. As his voice breaks.
So what are you going to do next week with Alex off?
Probably have a wank.
Good idea. Good
For-
idea. Good idea.
2 hours and 18 minutes?
Jez, it'll just be dust. Wait, when is there no show? Next week. The Glastonbury starts on a Wednesday, and myself and Aletha and Captain Brilliant
Gonna
are
get
going
there early, ironically.
Yeah, going up on the Tuesday so that we don't have to travel so far on the actual day of it, basically. So we go for a little campsite thing on the Tuesday, and then we go over on the Wednesday for the whole week. So I won't be there. Won't be here, rather, so we can't do one.
Where is Glastonbury nowadays? Still Glastonbury?
It is still in Glastonbury, yeah. Worthy Farm.
Good to know.
3.5 hours west of here, basically. I'm off next week anyway, so I won't know what day it is.
We have calendars for that.
So yes, written permission is required. Yeah. When's it? And then there's probably another one at some point, I guess, but I can't think.
What, another time you're not here?
No, I'm not here. Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably fuck off at some point in the summer.
It'll all work itself out.
Yeah.
But that's all there was, right? So then the next one we'll be back will be the week after.
2 weeks today.
2 weeks today.
Which is some date. I
the
don't know.
20.
Vördeflöger of Blurk.
27th?
Yeah, the 27th of June. Yes, because it's 14.
13 plus 14 is 27, so
Yeah.
that does math.
Yes. Yes.
Now, to close, do you have a question for Ben?
Yes, I've forgotten what it is. Wait.
Is this the person that you think is not Anna Torv?
No. The question is what is the thing that you want to be known for? Was that the question? That you asked
how
people?
do you want to be remembered?
This does it so much better.
Fucking hell, I don't know.
That's okay. Jez is going to cut
A guy that for 3 years asked people what their favourite meal deal is and then stopped.
that.
Fuck, shit, snort.